Coffee conversations, steam rising in the air. Words like whispers, drifting on a breeze. Thank you to my angels who bring me to my knees. To all my angels, I'm raising my cup. For every time you caught me when I almost gave up. To all my angels, you're my sunlight above. This is my thank you. My thank you with love. The world keeps spinning, but you hold me still. Through storms and shadows, you're my steady will. Your laughter's my anthem, your touch my refrain. Thank you to my angels for dancing through my rain. Haloed in kindness, your glow never fades. Through the dark of the night, you've lit my way. Angels in disguise, or maybe not at all. You're the ones who answer when my spirit calls. To all my angels, I'm raising my cup. For every time you caught me when I almost gave up. To all my angels, you're my sunlight above. This is my thank you. My thank you with love. Charlie sending love through the morning light. Coffee's growing cold, but your warmth feels right. To all my angels, near and far away, thank you forever. That's all I can say.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, Miss Redita. Yeah, you got here first. You beat everybody. Hey, well, the thing is, hey, twin mama. Hey, love. Hey, Jala mama love, my baby. How y'all doing this morning? I hope everybody's having a good morning. Wherever you're at and whatever you're doing this morning. Yeah, I know I started out, you couldn't pull it up, doesn't show any attachment. What you mean, Miss Redita? Oh, email. Okay, shit, y'all. I forgot y'all was having a conversation in chat. Yeah, boy, that was on me, wasn't it? I will say that I'm gonna show Miss Redita something this morning while she's here. I'm gonna show her how to do like how I got my shit set up to where like you can pin them, a link or whatnot. So I'm gonna share screen, but I'm gonna share window, right? I'm gonna share the entire window. Okay. I'm going to share the entire window. Okay, so I'm on my StreamYard right now, but you see up here, I got the two tabs on my laptop, right? So this is my, if you're looking, I'm looking at my YouTube channel right now. So let's say I was going to pin the link, right? All right, so I'm going to go over here. I'm going to press the little button that says it. I'm going to copy that link. I can post that link in my StreamYard if I want to, or I can switch over to my YouTube tab. Either way, I'm going to do it like that. Then I'm going to switch over here. And right here, I got the three dots, right? I'm going to go to pin message. Now that link is pinned. As you see, though, I can switch between my tabs just by clicking on this little up here at the top. I don't have to exit out of StreamYard or none of that other stuff. I automatically, every time I start my lives, I have my live pulled up here. I have it muted at the bottom. See how it's muted down here? So I don't hear myself or anything like that. There's no echo, but I have it muted down here at the bottom. But I always have it running, and I always make sure you're on live chat so that if I need to go over here and do something, right? Let's say I want to check, I want to go to this person's channel and I want to subscribe. I can do that, but I can do it from right here, right? Because on StreamYard, you can now ban user and delete their comments, put user in timeout, and delete comment. You can do that from over here now. That is something that you could not do previously. But let's say I wanted to unhide something or do something on the YouTube side. I can do it over here, right? You know what I'm saying? Like if I wanted to add as moderator, hide user, put user in timeout, remove, report, replace, go to channel, channel activity, all those things. Okay, I can do it from this side of YouTube. I just wanted to show, you know, as you can see, I'm switching between them very easily. Very easily. Now I'm going to stop that screen share. What up, Dapper Rica Tangerine? How you doing? Oh, Dapper, aka Tangerine. Is that Dapper? Oh my God, I love you. I love that cat. If y'all don't know, I actually do watch 3 Southern Cats and Mama. And if that's Dapper from 3 Southern Cats and Mama, I absolutely adore that cat. Okay, I'm just saying. And I adore 3 Southern Cats and Mama. Just saying. And they from Mississippi too. And I'm like, hell yeah, I'd love to meet her. She's fucking awesome. Also, rest in peace to Willow. If y'all ain't never watched 3 Southern Cats Mama, that is like one of the best freaking channels. It's super hilarious. Also, that is the cutest cat. Adorableness. I'm going to go ahead and subscribe to your channel just because I think your cat is the cutest thing ever. I love animals in general, you know. I do love babies. I love kitties and cats and dogs and animals and things like that, you know. That would be super funny though. If you don't know who 3 Southern Cats and Mamas is, and you just happen to name your cat after her cat Dapper, that would be cute. You're scared to come up on panel because you ain't never did it before? Ciao. I'm laughing. I know you over there giggling right now. I can hear your laugh in my fucking head. But no, yeah. So, Miss Raditha, that's the easiest way. As you saw, I was just switching through the tabs like real easy. Always on your laptop, keep your live pulled up, just muted. You know what I'm saying? What up? Well, the thing is, how you doing?
What's going on, Charlie?
I knew you was in there laughing, saying that. I know you too well. What up, the hood table? You ain't never been scared to hit blank. Sure. How you doing this morning? You doing all right?
Yeah.
Just drinking.
I slept good last night for the first time in 5 days.
Hey, that's the way. And ain't it funny how when you don't sleep, like you feel like boo boo, but when you finally get that sleep, you're like, oh, I feel so good today. I'm like, yeah, yo. Sweet
I
baby
slept so
Jesus.
good. I slept so good last night. I cleared everything off my end table.
Did you do it intentionally or unintentionally in your sleep?
I did it in my sleep.
Oh, shit. I don't think I've ever done that. And I don't think I ever have. I do roll in my sleep, but not like too crazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, my arms like to move anywhere when they stretch in the middle of the night.
I used to be a terrible roller, and then when I had my son, um, I stopped doing that altogether, which is crazy because I would have him in the the little bassinet. I'd have my hand over on his chest so I could feel him because my son was at 90% more chance of getting SIDS. Well, for one, he was a boy, so that raises the risk. Two, he was born extremely premature, so that you know that raises the risk even higher. And so I couldn't sleep when he was little. I barely slept because I was so worried. And the only way I could sleep is I had to have my hand on him so I could feel him breathe. Like as long as I could feel him breathe and I knew he was okay and he was breathing, you know what I'm saying? I was fine. But if I couldn't feel him, or if I heard I swear to God, I was like the Undertaker. You know how the Undertaker be laying down the thing and then all of a sudden he just raises up. If my child made a whimper, I was raised up like the Undertaker. What up, woodchuck chuck? If a woodchuck could chuck wood. Hey, I did it this morning without falling over my words. Did good. Oh. No, yeah, I was showing Miss Raditha how to pin the link. She's just now using her laptop. She's been using a tablet. And so it's different for her on the, I do that. Like if anybody needs any help learning anything on StreamYard or, stuff like that, I do a reach one, teach one moment.
Yeah.
I'm just sitting here chilling. Today's Wellness Wednesday, which Wellness Wednesday, we can talk about any subject, whether it comes to mental health, whether it comes to physical health, whether it comes to autoimmune disorders, so on and so forth. But most of the time I just go with the flow and whatever we talking about in chat that day, because we could be talking about cake and being fat on Wellness Wednesday. Because we like food.
Yeah, autoimmune disorders suck, man.
They really do. And there's so many different ones.
Yeah. Especially people who have arthritis, rheumatoid arthritis.
Oh, I got Arthur and I got Burr, and they not friends. They not friends. They evil together.
So I have osteoarthritis. So it's not an autoimmune. The reason why I know this because I had to get tested. I had to go to a rheumatologist because if I would have had rheumatoid arthritis, I would have had an autoimmune problem.
I gotta go look at mine. They gave me a specific name for mine, and it's different than what most people's is. So I have to actually go back and there it is. Let me find it is. Where is it at? Because it says it in the you know how when you get your MRI and they tell you I gotta look at the name of it because it's not the disc, it's those little things on the side that are for movement. Now in the discs themselves, I have in some of them I have subtle meiotic end plate changes are noted along the end plate of this level. Neurofemoral stenosis, that's and central canal stenosis. Atrophy is demonstrated. That's the word, atrophy. I'll show you what that is. But basically,
I have arthritis in my lower back.
It says atrophy is a term that is used for joint disease, which can include various conditions affecting the joints. Arthritis is a common form of atrophy, characterized by inflammation of one or more joints. But it's the name of that side piece. I have to look at I have to look which one it is.
Yeah. But yeah, I have arthritis in my lower back.
That's it. Bilateral facet atrophy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I to show y'all what that is. But it's those little things that are for movement in the part of your spine, facet atrophy.
Just having arthritis in general sucks.
Yeah, I know what bone spurs are. Okay. I have those too. Um, okay, so basically it says right here, facet atrophy is arthritis in the small joints of your spine. It can lead to back or neck pain, stiffness, and limited movement. As cartilage breaks down, the bones may rub together, causing painful inflammation. Treatment like physical therapy, steroid injections, and of course, pain medications can help manage symptoms. Facet atrophy is a type of arthritis that affects the small joints in your spine, facet joints, giving your spine support and stability. They also guide movement, allowing you to bend and twist. The end of your spinal bones are covered with smooth tissue called cartilage. It works like a cushion for your joints. Over time, cartilage can wear away. This makes your bone rub against each other. As a result, bone spurs, extra bone growth, and sometimes cysts form. If you have facet atrophy, you might feel back or neck pain that gets worse when you make certain bending and twisting movements. A healthcare provider can manage the chronic pain and blah, blah, blah. So there are specific types: cervical, thoracic, and lumbar. Mine's in the lumbar, mostly. In the cervical, I have bone spurs too, and bursitis. Where part of the bone breaks off and it leaves little bone things in your shit.
Yeah.
And you have bilateral and unilateral. Bilateral, it targets both the left and the right side. Unilateral, it targets just one side. Mine is just both sides.
They tried to send me to a pain management doctor. I'm like, hell no. Nope.
I'm very lucky that I do not have to deal with pain management. I actually have just a primary care, and they take care of mine because I've been on my medication before they started all of the the new stuff. Now I do have to take a drug test every 3 months, like clockwork, because that's state law now for my state. And every state is different, but I think it may be a federal thing technically, that if you are on certain classes of certain medications, you have to take a drug test in order to remain on your medication because of people who abuse medication.
So Twin Mama asked you a question. Twin Mama said, Charlie, how do I prep for a show if I have multiple sources that I'm going to show?
Okay, so if you're going to have like multiple sources, you can have them pulled up, and or you can have a little notepad spreadsheet thing and save all your links in that, right? And click on them, like which one you're going to do first, which one you're going to do second. So if you don't want to have, like, let's say you have 10 things you want to bring up at once, but you don't want to have all 10 pages open at once because it's going to slow down your computer, right? So you take and you open up, like, how you have Notepad on your PC? Open up a Notepad, put one dot, leave a space so that the link works when you click on it. Make sure when you put it in there that you can copy and paste it back to your check your links when you do that. Or you can save them as bookmarks, right? That's another way. But what I would suggest is doing your Notepad thing. And that way you'll know which one you want to bring up first, which one you bring. If it's only 2 or 3, go ahead and have them pulled up before the show, like way before the show. And let's say I'm going to show y'all something. I'm going to screen share the window again, right? It's going to look a little funny because when you screen share a window, it makes the StreamYard look funny, right? So as y'all see, and let's say I'm going to look up atrophy, what I was just looking up, right? And I'm going to go through here, and let's say I want to pull up multiple different things. So I can right click, I can open link in new tab. I'm going to scroll down and just open another regular one, right? Scroll down, open link in new tab. And so Oh, I didn't open it in a new tab. That would be, y'all saw what I just did, right? Oops, my bad. I opened it in right view. My bad. Let me, so now let's say this is what I'm going to show for my show, right? I'm going to click off that because I don't need that no more. So I already have my two things that I'm going to show, right? Like this. I'm showing y'all, and then I'm going to stop and I'm going to show you how to screen share right quick. So then I'm going to go back to my StreamYard. Now, when I exit this, it's going to, I can't show my window. But there is a way I can do it. Hold on. I'll show y'all. I have a test one set up over here. As you see, that's called a test thing. Turn off stop cam because that's automatic. And I'm going to stop sharing. I'm going to screen share right quick that specific studio. Hold on. Let me screen share that studio so y'all can see. Screen share. Let's go. There we go. Okay. So if I go to enter studio right here, I'm in my test studio, right? This is where I can test things out. Right here at this bottom, I can do, you know how to do the screen share. You screen share like this. Choose the one you want at a time, right? Like that. And when you're going between tabs, instead of exiting out of that screen share, there'll be a thing at the top that I don't think y'all can see while I'm in that one. So I'm going to right quick share the window again. Let me share the window again. Screen share. Window.
It'll say stop or share this tab instead.
Yeah. So
at the very top.
Yeah. So like, do you see how I got this screen shared right here on this thing? And up here at the top, it'll say either stop sharing or share this tab instead. And you can just switch between. So it says right here, share this tab instead. You can go between the two. And that way you don't have to exit out of the screen share. And if you just want to remove that for a second, you can put it backstage and still leave it on the screen share. You see what I'm saying? How if you look right here, it's still backstage in my test one. I could add it to stage. And let's say I'm on this one right now. As you see at the top, it shows that little button. It shows a little button at the top. Well, on this one, I can say share this tab instead. Now, this is the active tab. You see what I'm saying? But you see, it's in my test thing. It's only showing that. If you want to have like multiple things pulled up, you can create a notepad. Or over here in the notes on the teleprompter, you could, let's say, copy, paste. Make sure you put a space, because if you don't, when you go to copy and paste that, you're going to paste something y'all don't want to. Now let's exit off of that. Let's share this tab instead. And let's say I'm going to exit off that. Now I want to show you as I copy that and paste it up here. It's going to take me right back to that website that I was just on. See? And that way you don't have to have that many tabs open at once, so it won't run your computer down, right? And I can leave that there if I so choose to for the time being. It's not going to delete it. It's just going to be right there. I would suggest doing it in a notepad, though, just in case, because I've never used that. I've always used the notepad, but that way you always have that. You just copy and paste. All right, let me remove that from screen and stop the screen share. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so yeah. I have never had the injections myself. But yeah, I've never had those.
See, they wanted me to go to the pain clinic. And I looked at my doctor and I said, man, I'll just tolerate the pain. She's like, yeah, but you go through a lot of pain. I said, yeah. I'll go to the pain clinic. And then say, for example, They said I don't need the pain clinic no more. And what happens if I do? I'm gonna have to turn to the streets, and I'm not doing that. So I'm
Hey,
good. I don't
G2K.
need.
Good morning.
How you doing this morning? I'm sorry.
G2K.
Sorry, Will, the thing is, yeah, no, I don't want to go to the pain clinic because it's just too many hoops you have to. My friend went to that shit and she said there were so many hoops and hurdles that you have to jump through. And I'm like, I'm glad I ain't got to deal with that shit.
Yep.
Hey, my Miss No Booty, I heard you in the background. Good. That's
Hi,
my sister
Charlie.
Sugar Glider.
Hi, Charlie.
Oh man, I saw your live after I fell asleep and woke up this morning, G2K.
Yeah.
I was watching part of it and whatnot. I got to go recatch the rest of the replay. Man, what time did you end up going live?
It wasn't until this morning.
Oh,
It was like midnight, 1 o'clock probably. I don't know. I'm just struggling with something right now, and I'm not sure. I'm just not sure how to deal with it, and it's really fucking with my head. So, yeah, I'm not in the best of headspaces at the moment.
I know how that is. And you know, Bubba, I'm here for you at any time. I just want you to know that. And I understand being in bad headspaces. I think all of us have been through those moments where some days we're in okay, and then other days it's just like, fuck the world. You know what I'm saying? Fuck everybody in it. I don't give a damn. You know what I'm saying? It's just like,
Yeah, for sure.
you know
Hey,
that I
G2K,
love my G2K. I'm hugging the.
Do you need me to drop down and call you?
No, I'm meeting with my counselor here in a half an hour. So,
Okay, that's good.
Thank you.
yeah, I appreciate it though. But there's just something. It's just clawing at me, man, and I don't. I know I shouldn't let people say fucking get to me as much as it is right now, and usually it don't. But in this case, it really is for some reason.
Well, if you want to talk about here, if you don't, that's fine. If you want to call me, you got my cell phone number. Not many people do, but you know how much I love you. And I understand that because sometimes this shit on here, we rise above it, and then other times it like eats at us, and like that's why sometimes you'll hear me go to fuck off on somebody because I just need to release and let all that juju out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then some.
I don't know. Like I have a feeling if I bring it up, I just have a feeling some people are really going to go off on somebody, and I don't want that to happen. And like, but I think it needs to be addressed, and I just don't know. Like, for one of the first times in my life, I really have no idea how to really handle the situation.
Your feelings are hurt.
My feelings are hurt. My fucking feelings they're not hurt. They're fucking devastated. Is what's wrong.
Yeah.
Like somebody called me a motherfucking groomer, and
Hell no.
And this person I have a lot of respect for, and then it's like what the fuck? Like because it's just fucked up, man.
Knowing what you've been through, you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
That right there, I don't care how much you have respect for somebody, and knowing what you've been through, they knew that was a low dig, if that makes sense. They knew what that would do to you, and they intentionally did that. So in my opinion, no matter how much you love them, they knew better than that shit. That would You get what I'm saying? That's like putting a pedal word on you. No, that's the same thing.
No.
That's how I feel too.
I get it, and that's why it's got me so fucked up in my head, man. Like I don't. I just want to cry right now. Like I honestly just want to cry right now.
And it wasn't even said on your channel. You know what I mean? That's the whole thing. Like it wasn't even. It was just a weird situation, man.
Yeah.
Did they say that somewhere else and then come? Like, let me ask this question because this is something that, you know, when people stab you, like they go somewhere else, talk shit, and then come to your face and smile.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! It was point blank and personal. G2K, you're a fucking groomer.
Oh, that's fucked up.
Just talk about it. Fuck it, man.
So on Friday night, I was on a different panel. I'm a co-host on another panel, and there was a young lady on there, and this young lady, she's been around for a while. She disappeared for a while. I've been in contact with her stepmom, like really for quite some time. And her stepmom, she's 17. Okay, she's 17. I get it. It don't look good. Okay, but she was pointed in my direction from somebody who knew I could help her. Okay, and she's a survivor. What do you want me to fucking say? You know what I mean? Like, what am I supposed to? Because she's 17, I'm supposed to turn my back on her? You know what I mean? Like, this is what I fucking do, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here for anybody who's been fucking abused as a child, man. Even if that child is still a fucking child. Now there is an age threshold. She's 2 weeks away from being fucking 18 years old. Okay?
Stop.
This was on a different panel. I have no control, even though I'm co-host over there. I have no control over who comes up on panel. I told her until she turned 18, I can't have her back on my panel and it crushed me to tell her that. Because of what she's been through, what I've been through, what I do. Like, sexual abuse don't have an age fucking threshold, ladies and gentlemen. It don't discriminate against age. It doesn't give a fuck what age you are. And for me to do what I do and to be called a fucking groomer
By a friend? Be a fucking friend? Yeah.
To me, that right there is fucked up, especially when you're there for a person and you're trying to be like, you know, like an adult who's trying to help them through a situation. You know what I'm saying? And you never crossed that line, never did anything, and for them to do that to you, that right there is fucked up. Because that's just like somebody who makes false accusations against someone and gets someone put in prison for bullshit. And I've seen that happen. And you're turning into what you don't want, which is you're taking your abuse and turning it into an abuser.
I've spoke with her stepmom. Her stepmom has actually said, "I thank you so much for coming into her life," and she gives her permission. She gave her stepmom has give 100% permission for her to be on the channel to participate because it fucking helps her. What am I? And like again,
because a lot of other people have a problem with it because she's not 18 yet. Aaron got the shit end of the stick on it, you know. He's the one that got bitched at about it for it and put down and called names and the person whose channel wasn't even there at the time.
No, Hardy was there.
Yeah, well, yeah, I
that's right. He was there.
Friday. I know who you, that you do the thing with. I didn't watch his live because obviously I was laying down. But that's fucked up because anybody who knows you knows that you were just trying to do what was best, and that's bullshit. And for anybody else to just go, oh yeah, no, you obviously don't know G2K if you're agreeing with any of that bullshit. And secondly, if she's gonna do that, she don't need to be on nobody's fucking panel.
Exactly.
You know, the thing about it is
kind of got close to her a little bit.
She's like my little. I'm telling you right now, I would kill for this girl, dude. I would do fucked up. I would do fucking hurtful things to people if they fucked with her. She's like my little sister, man. Like her story not only captivated me, it fucking crushed me. And she's almost 18. Like
She's so much more mature for her age, you know.
If you weren't fucking personally told that she wasn't 18, you would have no fucking clue that she was not 18 or older.
It's not just that. It's the fact that she went to that level to say that shit to you. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
As if she truly cared, and you know, with you trying to help her, that you've got to cut. I know that you love this person, you care about them, but at that point, you've got to cut that kind of person off because they're
no,
taking.
No. Hang on. I think you're misunderstanding. The girl I'm talking about isn't the person that said this.
Oh, she didn't at all.
He's meaning the other girl, the one that's not 18 yet.
Yeah, the one that's not 18 yet is the girl I'm talking about. That is like a sister to me. This other person, I'm not mentioning her name, but she was like a close friend of mine.
She knows who she is,
and you know who she is. I'll put it in the back chat. I'm not just gonna push shit out here for everybody. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I'm not that kind of person.
That's just fucked up, though. Like. Knowing what type of person you are, knowing you never cross the line, you love your wife more than God, anybody. You would never talk to a child in that manner, ever. Yeah. No. That's like putting that word on your back. That person,
And it's
really?
like,
oh
yeah,
shit,
yeah. That's why I'm having such a hard time with it.
That's why it's fucking with me so hard. You know what I mean?
She pretty much snapped on everybody. She got pissed. Everybody that was there was pretty much called that. Yeah.
That's fucked up. Yep. Like she knows better than that shit.
Yep.
She knows way better than that. That's fucked up.
And then she sent me a voice message on Messenger, and she's like, all you men on that panel, you're fucking disgusting. I'll never speak to you guys again.
I'm done with all.
I'm done with all. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? Like. I've been called a pedo before. I've been called fucking, you know what I mean, a creep and all that. And it doesn't get you this time. It's really fucking got to me, man.
When it's a friend that's supposed to be a friend, though, that's different. That says it, you know what I mean? That's a whole.
And again, I go back to the point. It wasn't my fucking panel. Because as hard as it was for me to tell her the first time, look. I'm catching so much shit, and she understood. She's like, I get it, G2K. I would never do anything to put your channel in jeopardy.
And she even said something to her. She's like, you know, that's not right for you to come here and attack everybody else when it's me that's here or whatever, and everybody has a problem with it. You don't have no right to attack all these other people up here. It's not their fault, you know.
And also, yeah, that sounds. I'm with Ty on that. If I would have been there, that would have been very uncomfortable because that would have been very off character, and it would have been like, what the fuck is wrong with you tonight? You know what I'm saying? Like, are you going through something? Do you need to go to see your counselor? Like, what the fuck? Like, you calling everybody that because we're chilling up here, we're not doing nothing crazy, you know, we're just fucking chilling.
Yeah.
What the fuck? You know?
Yeah.
Like, what's going through her brain for her to automatically go to that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get what you're saying, Twin Mama. I get what you're saying, but again, like it wasn't my panel. For one, it wasn't my panel. Yes, I'm co-host over there, but I showed up.
He strictly says, I don't give a fuck what anybody says. She can be here, and I don't care what any of you say.
You know, it's not like she just turned 17. She's less than 2 weeks away from being 18 now. You know what I mean? And what am I like? Here's part of my dilemma is this. If somebody comes to me who's 16, 17, 15, 16, 17, and they need to talk to me because they're being sexually abused or they were sexually abused and they want to talk to someone, what am I supposed to, you're not 18, I can't talk to you. What kind of hypocritical motherfucking bullshit is that?
Yeah.
What kind of motherfucking hypocritical motherfucking cocksucking bullshit is that?
Yeah.
What am I supposed? I can only talk to you. I can only talk to you about your problem if you're over 18.
Sorry, those are the rules.
What am I personally supposed to do? And we did and do it offline. And I talked to her And like, again, like I said, I straight told her it was harder than fuck for me to tell her, but I told her, I was like, look, I can't have you back over here because I'm catching so much shit. I don't want to lose my channel over this shit. And it's not that I don't want to talk, but, and I had talked to her offline about shit.
And then we get over there and she's there. She was there already.
Cause she'd ran into some personal things in her life. And, I'm just glad that she's still here. Let's just say that. You know what I mean? And she'd been gone for 4 or 5 months. Not a word from her at all. I only spoke to her stepmom like multiple times, a few times, and
Harley did, or yeah, that person's kept in contact with her.
Yeah.
The whole time.
And the other channel that she was on, like we stayed in contact with her this whole time. You know what I mean? Except for this last like three. Well, it's been about 3.5 months since I heard from her, and I talked to her stepmom 4 or 5 times after we hadn't talked to her for a minute. And like, I'm not gonna bring out the personal messages and shit because they're personal. And I'm just saying, like, her stepmom's like, you know, if it wasn't for you guys, if it wasn't for you guys, I honestly believe in my heart that she wouldn't be here right now. Like physically here on this earth anymore in spirit form. You know what I mean?
What's killer to me about that situation is that the person who said that had nothing to do with that situation. Like, you have no idea that they're saving the show. I got a person who comes in my chat that's 16. I met him in real life. He's a kid, right? And when he comes in, you'll hear me talk to him. I'll be like, that's my nephew. You know what I'm saying? We don't talk offline or nothing. I'm on his Discord, but that's just because he wanted me to send my son his Discord so that they could, you know, interact because they're both kids. You know what I'm saying? My son will be 18 here in 2 weeks. They're like literally a year and a half apart in age. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But like, we don't think like that. And I'm sorry that that person was thinking like that. And that's where her brain went. But that's not where everybody else's brain went. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What up,
You know,
CMF Queen? Hey, Tata. Hey, on the sidelines. Hey, my
You know,
racing.
I mean,
what
there
got
could
me,
Go ahead.
she felt safe.
Yeah.
You know, and I was in chat when that happened, and she felt safe to be there. She felt safe.
Yeah.
Man.
And he wasn't doing nothing wrong, wasn't talking disgusting or anything. You know
No,
what I mean?
she felt safe. That's what mattered. She was safe.
Yep.
I mean, you know, and I mean, regardless of what anybody wants to say, like this is really like, I honestly, and I can't even believe I'm going to say this, but I almost just shut everything down and just walked the fuck away over it. Completely. Like, deleted both channels and like just done because it's fucked with me so hard.
Don't
You know what I
do
mean?
that. Don't do that, because everybody who knows you knows that's, you know what I'm saying? That's BS. And for that person to say that, they really need to take a harder look. Because if everybody in chat and everybody who was there was saying, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? That was off the wall. There was no reason for that. Then that is your answer right there. You get what I'm trying to say? If she's the only person that felt that way and nobody else felt that way and nobody else was thinking that way, that is literally, you know what I'm saying, a her problem.
Yeah.
Not a you problem, not everybody else problem.
Yeah.
And don't quit. G2K, you do a lot for people.
And like
You
her,
do.
I try, man. You know what I mean? I really do try.
You do a lot more for people than you think, than you realize. You do a lot.
yeah, and I'm gonna say this for those who are not understanding the story. Let me lay it out for you. So there's a person that everybody's trying to help. They're almost 18 years old, right? And that person didn't have a problem. She was up on panel way before G2K ever got there, chilling with everybody, just having a good old time. Everybody talks their shit and does, you know, what we normally do when we're on panels, right? Then another person came into chat, and this is the person who put the jacket on G2K's back and everybody else. That other person is one that had something to say about it when everybody else was just chilling. So that y'all get the story. It's the young lady was fine. She didn't feel any way. If she did, she would have said something. And everybody would have been like, oh, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because they care about her. They want what is best for her. And just want her to be able to come up on panel, chill, have a good time. She's not like a Noelle where she's showing her titties to everybody and their mama.
and let me just make one thing clear as a bell to everybody. I have spoke with her stepmom, and people are like, "Well, it's her stepmom." Well, no, she doesn't. She has no idea where her mom is. This lady's been in her life since she was like fucking 2 years old. It's her mom, but it's her stepmom. She has approved of her being on the panel. She has approved. She has literally said, she's literally told me that I'm glad that she came into your guys' life, and she looks at you like you're all family. And I honestly don't think she would be here today if it wasn't for you guys. And trust me when I tell you, like, if somebody was to pop off at the mouth with something inappropriate at her, I'd be the first motherfucker to shut that shit down.
Yeah, I know you would. Harley Dad would too. Almost all the dudes on that panel would have been like, "Oh hell no, y'all don't talk to her like that." You know what I'm saying? She's a kid. Y'all don't be talking to her like that. Y'all would have went the fuck off on somebody. You know what I'm saying? If they had spoke to her even 1 ounce out of the way, just like y'all would do the same for me, knowing I'm a married woman. You know what I'm saying? If a dude came at me in a disrespectful sexual manner, y'all would do the same for me. Like, hold on, wait a minute, she's married. Don't talk to her like that. You know what I'm saying? She's a lady. You don't talk. I don't even see y'all talking to single women that way. You get what I'm saying? Like, y'all would cut somebody down for talking to a lady that way. You get what I'm saying? Much less an underage child. Y'all would really go to fuck over that. Even though she's supposed to be 18, it don't matter. Y'all would still say that. Even if she was 20 or 21, y'all'd still be saying she was a child. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, and the fact of the matter is, even though she's not biologically my little sister, she's my little sister. And let's be, and I hate to even put this fucking out there like that, but let's be blunt about shit. Let's be real about shit. The age of consent in the United States is what fucking age, ladies and gentlemen?
In most places, it's 16 and 17.
He's not in there, dude.
Which is messed up, and I don't like, but it is what it is.
I don't like them either. I don't. My daughter's 17 years old, and she happens to be dating a 19-year-old right now, and I'm totally fucked up in the head about that right at the moment. But still, the fact of the matter, nothing was sexually going on with her. You know what I mean? Like.
Well, the point of the matter is that y'all were just having a panel show. She happened to be up there. You know what I'm saying? If anybody would have said anything in a untoward manner towards her, y'all would have stood up for her right away. The point of the matter is, it doesn't matter about any of that situation. None of that. What matters is that nothing like that was done or said. So why did that other person's brain go to that? Because then you automatically then see all men as predators, if that makes sense. And not all men are like that. Some men are looking at that little girl as, that's my little sister. That's like my daughter. You know what I'm saying? And she can come up here. She could chill with us. Like, my son's almost 18 and he knows more stuff about, than I do. Right.
Yeah.
Than I do. And like, as long as they're not actually doing like, and I know y'all wouldn't let nobody come up there and say it directly to her or go, "Hey, you're sexy, blah, blah, this, blah, blah, that." You get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Then what the fuck was the problem? Because that means that that's where your brain is going. Their brain's not going there. Your brain is going there.
And And I got counseling in like 9 minutes, but one last thing I want to throw out there is it was a problem for her to be there, but on many occasions, the person's channel this was on, he has had his children who are quite a bit younger than 17 saying hi to, they come in, they say hi to the community, you know what I mean? And they're around, and she never said a word about his kids. But this other one's a problem. But his kids who are younger than 17 by a significant amount of 8 years, it's perfectly fine. You see what I mean? You see what I'm getting at?
That's more than a double standard. So you're saying it's okay if you think the community is bad at large. Let's say that, right? You think we're degenerates, all these things. Why would you think it's better for a smaller child than a child that's almost 18? You get what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
That don't make sense. If you think the community at large is just, whatever, and it's not made for kids, then why are you letting any around? That makes no sense. If you can't have a double standard, if you think it should be for one, it should be for all.
Yeah.
Like, here's the thing over here, because I'm chilling shit, I allow my nephew to come around. You know what I'm saying? But if I was to be having an adult conversation, I'd be like, nephew, you got to step away from this specific stream. I love you, but hell, my nephew probably like, I've heard worse. I'm like, shut up, right. You probably have. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But I don't know if you'll still be alive in an hour. If you are, I'll hit you back up. But thanks for just coming and let me say some shit. So
you're welcome. And I just that just threw me for a whole loop. I swear to God, though. Don't worry about it, G2K. Everybody who knows you knows. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's no. And the community at large, I know most of the people that hang out over there. In fact, I was looking on the panel to see who was out there. Not near one of them people would have ever did anything like that, and they were just chilling. And just because a kid's around doesn't mean that they're, no. They didn't direct nothing towards her. They didn't say nothing towards her. They were just being themselves. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Don't let it bother you.
I'm trying, but it's not working. But I appreciate you letting me come up and just throw some shit out there. So if you're still alive in about an hour, I'll get a hold of you.
All right. Well, I love you, brother, and I'll see you. Go take care of your stuff. Talk to your counselor. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
And I love you, Sugar Glider.
She's not here. She just took my son to school, but I'll tell her you said that. Right.
Okay. Well, you go take care of your shit, okay?
All right. Have a good day, ladies and gentlemen.
All right. Love you.
Love you too.
What up, Stevie B? Yeah, I wasn't there that night. I don't know where the hell I was at or what I was doing, because ain't no telling with me, But I think I went in for just a few seconds that night, but I was doing so I forgot what I was doing. But yeah, no, that's messed up. That's messed up. You know what I mean? To even put that jacket on somebody's back. Like, no. I was not expecting that name to pop up. You know what I'm saying?
I was in chat. I wasn't on panel. And I heard it.
Oh, that's messed up.
Yep. And unsubscribed real quick.
That is totally messed up. I was trying to find around the time, because I see it happening right here, but I'm like, hey, hold on just a minute. I got to mute up for just a sec.
No, he didn't get accused of something. He got called something. There's a difference.
I think that's just, you know what I'm saying? That's just cray. That's just, in my opinion, just crazy as hell. Just because, and when I looked at that chat and I scroll, she was there for over an hour before he even showed up. I'm sitting here steadily scrolling to tell you the exact minute that he came into the chat and actually hit the panel. And actually, we're getting closer to the 2-hour mark. You know what I'm saying? Before G2K even hit the panel, right? I'm trying to see the exact moment that he actually hit the panel. And I think it was like 2 hours and something in. Let's see. It may have been, I'm steadily scrolling. You know what I'm saying? May have been longer than that. Oh, nope. There it goes. I see G2K now. He popped up about the 2 hour and 34 minute mark. So 2 hours, 34 minutes. You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
I'm like, how the fuck is that all going to be blamed on him first off? But even if she was just up on Harley Dad sees her as a little sister. She's almost 18 years old. She's seen and heard way worse than anything that community even talks about. Now, hell, I'd be more worried about her coming over here to the beef sector. What you talking about? You know what I mean? Really? I'm gonna have to go back and watch that exact moment. I don't know the exact timestamp. But what I'm seeing looks to be about the 4 hour, like she was chased off around the 4 hour mark. For something. Like she was there for 4 hours or something. It's somewhere in between the 4 hour, 3 to 4 hour mark. You know what I'm saying? Because I see a thing right here from somebody in chat says, "I'm sorry, Addie honey, you don't deserve this." You get what I'm saying? So, like, it wasn't, to me, it was an attack on G2K and every dude that was there, but it was also an attack on that young lady, in my opinion. Like, making her feel weird about being up there when she was just chilling. You know what I'm saying? But if that's the case, why isn't that person also policing all these panels that allow someone like Noelle up, who shows her private parts, who has the mind of a child, a 5-year-old child, to be, you know, like a 5, 10, 11, 12-year-old child? Why aren't you policing that also?
Yep. Totally agree. 100%. 100%.
And she's actually doing things of like talking to people in a manner that she ought not to, if that makes sense. Where this young girl was just up there chilling. Yes, you're going to have, if kids are hanging out, even if they're 17, 18, 19, you're going to have, when adults are drinking, you're going to have, they're talking to each other about situations. They were not talking to her about those situations, which is different. They wasn't atting her, like asking her how her boobs are. Like, I would never ask a kid that. You know, like I'm sitting here and I talk to Way Up Dude when he comes to chat. I say, how your titties hanging? To the left, to the right, up, down, sideways? Can you time in the night? Can you time both? Do you think I would ever say that to somebody else that's a child? No.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? And nobody in the community that I know of would do that shit. Because first off, the whole community be like, what the fuck did you just say? You know what I'm saying? Huh? Like, everybody be flipping. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Because we all of us that I know of, like, I'm looking at the people on that panel, and never one of those people would ever talk like that. So for her to be singled out is kind of fucked up. And for people to be labeled as something that they're not because they just allowed her on panel. Yeah, no. That means that you have something in your mind that makes you see that when that's not the case. I am going to have to go back and fully watch it to get all the concept, because I obviously wasn't there. You know what I mean? But you were there. Well, the thing is, like, was anything said that you found inappropriate to be said in front of a 18-year-old child? Or was it just people talking shit on panel? Like they normally
people talking shit on panel.
Then what the fuck is the issue, dude? Why did her brain go to that? That's,
you know,
I'm gonna have to figure out what.
You see the with the whole Noel situation. I used in the beginning, before I found out what type of person she was, I'd let
Yeah.
her up on my panel, right?
Yeah.
Because my channel is based around mental health. You know what I'm saying? And you never know what somebody's going through. And then when I found out what she did on other panels, I quit letting her up on my panel.
You talking
So
about Noelle?
yeah,
Oh yeah, Noelle. She every time she tries to come in Arky's house, we just ignore her. She said, I'm in the back, let me up, let me up. I'm like, no, because and I actually did a live stream over here telling everybody, because she was trying to make her way into the beef sector and the sectors that I'm in, do not let her up on panel. For multiple reasons. First off, she has the mind of a child. Second off, she likes to P-bomb. She likes to show things she ought not to. And she has the mind of a child. You know what I'm saying? So
yep.
no ma'am, no sir. And she's always making male panel guests feel uncomfortable. Like she starts hitting on them. She starts talking like untoward them. And they're like, they feel really like Mr. Brian was up there. You know, Mr. Brian, LG comes over to Arky's house. He was just up there chilling with us like he always does. And she just kept calling his name, kept trying to say things to him, and Chuck kind of asked him if he would be her daddy. And it was just in a way that was untoward. You know what I'm saying? And he just felt like, ugh, you know what I'm saying? But he didn't want to be, because he's such a nice gentleman, he didn't want to be like, fuck away from me, bitch, or something like that. He didn't want to do that because he didn't know how to approach the subject with her being special needs, right? He didn't know how to, he just ignored her. And she just kept calling his name, and he kept ignoring her. And he just said, hey, leave me alone. You know what I'm saying? That's all he said was, hey, leave me alone. Leave me alone. And she just kept on and kept on and kept on. And then she kept asking everybody, would they be her YouTube mom? Because people are attacking her. And because she goes to these other panels, attacks people, then comes back and wants you to be her bulldog. You know what I'm saying? When she's not the victim, she's the one that's doing it. You get what I'm saying? Like, you can't go attack people and expect them not to say anything back to you, because especially if they don't know that you're special needs. You can't just go in a chat and start attacking somebody and expect somebody not to say something back to you. And she's like, now they're attacking me. Well, you kind of P-bomb their friend. You know what I'm saying? So that would be a reason why. Or you went over there and started cussing somebody or talking smack to somebody that you didn't know. You know what I mean? So no.
And if you notice, she's not on panels during the day. She's only on panels when her dad's asleep.
Yeah, because technically what I've heard, a 70-year-old shotgun and beers. Who is shotgun and beers, Miss Marissa? Who said all that? I didn't get to see it all. I want to know like the full spectrum. She was? Did she have permission from her family to do that? Because I mean, some kids are allowed and some ain't. Mine ain't. He knows better. Yeah, I'd have to say.
Are you sure you talk? Hold on. Are you sure you're not talking about Brittany? Because I know Brittany was up there shotgunning beers.
I'm sitting here looking now, and I don't see the area that of her shotgunning any beers. I'm looking.
Okay,
I'm trying to find it.
Hold on. It doesn't matter. James Ottawa does it all the time. And it was Brittany shotgunning beers and drinking on panel. So is Brittany. Brittany's an adult too. She's a comedian. We're not talking about Brittany.
Who asked her if she had an OnlyFans? Is my question.
Yeah, who asked that?
Because I'd like to know that answer, because I don't know who said it, obviously, as I was not there.
I don't even think I've never seen that. In my opinion, from what I've seen, I've never seen that 17-year-old drink on panel. I've
maybe
never
we
seen
missed something. Maybe went. Oh,
Well, you already dropped the name.
oh shit.
Yeah.
Well, that's gonna have to be cleared up, because that's a situation that you do not ask a child.
Nope.
I mean, I don't care if you're doing it in a joking manner, and if you're like being outrageous or whatever, you still don't ask that. Never. So I don't know what's going on there, but that shit needs to be cleared up right away. Oh no, thank you for telling me. I did ask for a name. I did.
Yep, you did.
That's going to have to be
Man.
cleared up. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Because that's not cool. That's not
Nope.
cool. You missed that also too, Ty? Yeah, I didn't get to see the whole live stream.
Yeah, I
but
didn't either.
I did know that G2K himself wasn't there for 2 hours and something of that fucking live stream. He wasn't there during any of that shit, I don't think. Yeah, that's true. That's true, twin. That's why I don't let him up. The only time I let my nephew up on panel is if I'm not having an adult conversation and he wants to talk about, like, one day we were talking about, he was covering some news stuff that happened, and or I was showing his music or something like that. But yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna say that I would be the same way if that was my daughter. I would be pissed off if she was doing some shit like that. I'd be pissed off at the people who allowed it. And yeah, we'd have to be having some words behind the scenes.
Yep.
Because my son's about to be 18 in 4 days. But he wouldn't be on panel doing some shit like that in the first fucking place. He doesn't even get on YouTube like that in the first fucking place. He doesn't even have social media, to tell you the goddamn truth. The only thing he has is his Discord. And I know all his friends that he's had for I don't know how many years now. They have their little gaming group. They're so cute. It was so cute that one day I was listening to their little conversation. And this was when they were a little bit younger, right? And he was going, Mom, one of his little friends. I was like, oh. And he was like, okay, Mom, it was the cutest shit. You know what I mean? Like, my mother heart was like, oh, they're so cute.
In my humble opinion, this is how I feel. Anybody under the 18 shouldn't be on YouTube.
And
I don't even think children should have a YouTube channel.
No, because did you ever see that video? How the kid was bypassing? They have kids YouTube to where like our stuff won't pop up on kids' channels and stuff. But did you ever see the video of where the little bitty kid that was like 5 or 6 years old, if not younger, on his iPad learned how to bypass to where he could get on regular YouTube instead of the kids' YouTube?
Yep.
Yeah, the little kid, because they have the YouTube kids that are specifically made for kids. It's all the little cutesy, like, cartoon shit and stuff, and the little musicals that are made for kids and shit like that. But you have to be careful even with YouTube Kids, because there are people who use that to do bad shit. right? But
Yeah, like Roblox.
the kid learned how to bypass. He would go to something else, click on it, from there click on it, and he clicked on a link instead of going straight to YouTube, and he bypassed and got on regular YouTube. Bypassed YouTube Kids to get around it and knew how to do it, because the mama kept trying to figure out, how is he getting on these streams? And she kept, when she was recording, she said, "You're not going to get in trouble, just show me how you did it." Right? And he went through and he showed her how he did it, and he was bypassing kids YouTube to get on regular YouTube to watch people play that game where they what is the name? I forgot the name of that damn game. Where they shoot each other and then the one person wins at the end. My friends tried to get me to play it. I played it for just a little while.
Fortnite.
Yeah, Fortnite. He was watching Fortnite videos, which is not made for kids. Thank you, Lady Autumn Sky. Yeah, I made it, but I'm still going, child. I'm still going. Even though he's 18, he ain't grown yet. Mama still there's still some things that he's got to learn. He's doing the thing, Diesel, though. Yeah, so the kid was like 5-6 years old, and there's a clip of it. It's a YouTube short, and the kid learned how to somehow or another. She's like, all I have downloaded on here, I don't have no YouTube app downloaded on here at all. It's a YouTube Kids app, right? So there's no regular YouTube. She showed on the tablet. You know what I'm saying? And somehow he was going to something else, finding a link to be able to click into regular YouTube through his browser, right? And was bypassing it. I was like, oh shit, that's crazy. But I used to do that when I was in school. They had the blocks on where you're not supposed to be able to get on the internet and only do your modules and stuff. Like you're not supposed to be able to get to a browser or anything. Yep. I knew how to get past those locks. In fact, my teacher caught me one day. He's like, "You're not in trouble. You're not in trouble. But could you show me how you did that?" And he made sure none of the other kids were trying to watch me. He said, "Don't you be looking." You know what I'm saying? And he said, "I got a deal for you. I just want you to make sure you do your work. You can still get on the internet," because I didn't really do nothing crazy or anything. I was this good kid. I was the one that was the treasurer for the FFA and all this stuff. So he knew I was he said, "But here's the deal. You can't show nobody else how to do it. They have to learn on their own." I was like, okay, deal. It's called Control-Alt-Delete, and then I would run a program. I run the program to open the browser, and I knew how to do it with command prompts and shit. And I got around it. You know what I'm saying? I got into the because it would be where you couldn't even get to the start button. Our computers were. It was just on the module. But I learned how to press Control-Alt-Delete, get into the control panel, and then from the control panel I would start a new program, and I would start the internet. Yeah, I was too smart for my own good, and I got around it. But I didn't even. I think that situation needs to be handled in the proper context. I'm sitting here now. I did look at the 54 mark. She was downing. It looked like a monster because it was a white can. But I'm not sure. But there was somebody there with her. I don't know if that other person was an adult, or because all I see is their hand, right? And they're recording on their phone. If in case that was not an adult and that was another child, and they need to call her parents. Point blank, period. And let them know. You know what I'm saying? That's the way I would handle it.
So, did you share with the community about the Fugees member?
Oh yeah, I forgot to tell y'all that. Last night we were chilling, and let me find his name so I can tell y'all his name.
It was John Forte.
Yeah, John Forte passed away from the Fugees last night. He was 50 years old. They found him, obviously passed away. They don't think there's any foul play or anything like that at this moment. They found him passed away, and whatnot. The one with the dreads or whatnot in the Fugees. Yeah, I'm gonna say if it was me as a parent and you knew my child and my child was jumping up on your panel and you had my phone number, I would expect you to call me if they were doing some shit like that and possibly sneaking it behind my back. Now, if I was there and I gave them permission, you know what I'm saying? That's different, because some people do give 17-year-olds permission to drink certain things. And at that point, it does come down to parental discretion. I don't let my 17-year-old drink, but some people do. You know what I'm saying? And that's their parental choice. I can't tell them what to do. Obviously, mine is not going to be drinking until he's over 21. But when they're almost 18 or 18 to 21, it does come down to parental consent. I know because when I was 19, my parents told me they'd rather me do it at home than, somewhere else. Of course, they didn't do it much, but, I was 19 at the time, I was only 2 years from 21.
My mom could not control me. All right. Okay. My mom could not control me. So I'll share this with you guys. Before you look at my mom any differently, don't. Okay. She could not control what I did. If I wanted to take off, what's she going to do? Call the cops and have me put me in juvie hall like I'm going to get any better? You know what I'm saying? If she put me in juvie hall, I would just have resentment towards my mom. Okay. So my mom said, if you're going to drink or you're going to do whatever, you do it underneath my roof. That way, I know you're not getting in any trouble and doing anything stupid.
Yeah, well,
And I
see,
did.
my mom had the thing of I would rather, you do it here than anywhere else. But I was 19 at the time. I was over 18. But it does depend on parental discretion, all those things. And different states, like Lady Autumn Scott says, different states have different laws. You know what I mean? But I think that if I had the number to that person's parents, I would call them and talk to them about the situation. And the best way to clear it up would be that. And I love Harley Dad to death, but saying that was wrong, and he needs to come out and clear that shit up, because that's not cool. I don't care if they're 21, 22, 23, 24. I'm 38 years old. Even a 20-year-old I look at as a fucking child. I wouldn't even ask a 20-year-old that, and they're grown. You know what I'm saying? At 21, they're legally able to have an OnlyFans, correct? But I'm still not going to ask a 21-year-old that, because it's going to make me feel weird. I'm just saying, it's going to make me.
I made this statement. I made this statement. Okay, because and it's a known fact that younger women like older dudes, right, in their 20s.
Yep.
Okay, I said I don't go near anybody unless they're old enough to walk into a liquor store and buy me a bottle.
I mean, that's the way to live. I'm gonna say, but I'm like, I'm with, like, here's my thing. I have an almost 18-year-old, and I'm not giving him liquor. He is a child. I first off am not contributing to the delinquency of a minor, which is a crime. You know what I'm saying? And if your child gets into any kind of mess, you are responsible for that shit. If you're the adult in the situation and give the alcohol to that child. Second off, I don't want my kid growing up before he really has to. Like, I want him to try to be a kid as long as he can be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And there's enough time in this world to do all that shit when he gets grown. That's the way I feel about it. Now, when he does turn 21, if he decides to do that, yes, I'm gonna make sure he has the best. If that makes sense, I'm gonna make sure I watch him. I'm gonna make sure that he's in a safe environment. Instead of possibly being somewhere that he could hurt himself.
Well, at my age, I grew up in a single family household. My mom was a single parent of 2 boys. So I had to grow up fast because I had a little brother that I had to look after when my mom went to work. So, yeah, I didn't have a childhood.
Yeah, I know that for different people, they grow up differently, and they have each parent has their own. That's why I'm saying I don't know what this young girl's parents allow her to do. If that makes sense, because I don't know. They could allow her. Not saying it's right or wrong. That's just their choices as parents, right? I know in my personal beliefs, you get what I'm saying, and what I do. Just like I can't tell somebody else, I could think something's wrong, but that don't mean they do. You know what I'm saying? I could think what I want, just like we all have our own thought processes, and everything, and we don't know what the process was in that situation. We don't know what that situation. I don't know what that situation is. What up, Libra? My beautiful sister from Anista, my bird. You have 2 sets of twins, Lady Autumn. Oh, damn, 2 sets. Woo!
Damn.
You have 19-year-olds and 6-year-old twins. Good gracious. You're a one busy mama. I'm going to tell you that. I got 1 child, one and done. And because I literally could pass away if I have another one. So that's the reason. But anyway, he'll be 18 and like by Friday's his birthday, actually. He'll be 18 Friday. And so it's like a day and a half, I can't believe it. I really don't want to believe it. Because it's like I blinked and like, what the hell happened? But I would have a problem if my son was doing stuff like that online. And I would hope somebody would call me and tell me, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, your kid's over here doing such and such online. You know what I'm saying? And then I'd be able to have a conversation with my kid, and me and that person could have a conversation, you know what I'm saying, behind the scenes, and we could talk about it. But I would hope that would be the way it runs. I would hope somebody would call me if he was doing some shit he ought not to. You know what I'm saying? Especially if he was doing it behind my back. But now we also don't know if she was doing anything behind their back, because she could have been doing it and was given permission to. We don't know. I don't know specifically without hearing.
Crazy story. Right? I almost got in trouble. I almost got caught. Almost. Okay. Only counts for horseshoes and hand grenades. But I was at a house party. I'm not bragging. And my mom would have scolded me and whooped my ass probably, or sent me to my godparents' house to get whooped. That was worse. I was at a house party. I outdrank the homeowner of the house, the adult. I outdrank him. He passed out early. I carried him to bed, laid him in bed. All of a sudden you hear knock on the door, and it was the police. I crawled underneath this dude's bed and laid there quietly. And every single person in that house got in trouble by their parents. I crawled out from underneath that bed the next morning, hopped out the bathroom window, and then I got stopped by the cops. Where are you coming from? Yeah. That's my story. I didn't get in trouble. I don't even know why I told that story.
Oh no,
I don't know why.
I'm gonna say this. I myself, I went to a few barn parties when I was, I did all my drinking. They can't get me now, because statute of limitation. Before I was 21, right? I didn't drink at all after 21 because technically I got pregnant with my son at 20, and so when I had him, I was too busy being a mom, right? I didn't do anything. I didn't drink. I didn't do anything, right? So all my stuff was done before then, before my 20th birthday, technically. And I used to go to barn parties at 16, 17. I mean, there were no adults there. The kids were having parties without knowing it, you know. But there were probably a few that I went to. I didn't even realize there might have been an adult there, if that makes sense, because I stayed outside or something like that. But you know, that's what we used to do as kids. You know, Mad Dog
Yeah.
2020, you know, Boonie's Farm. We'd get a hold of whatever we could get a hold of. We were kids doing dumb shit.
Yeah, I quit drinking in my early 20s. And then when I lost my daughter, I went right back to drinking.
I know, ain't that crazy? Like you'd be like, I ain't even drinking no, and I'm like, that's fucked up. That my first legal drink after turning 21, I technically went to a wedding and I had one glass of wine because now with my liver condition, hey Muffy Boo, I can only have like the recommended amounts. You know that little thing that show you where it's like one glass of wine, one beer, one shot of liquor, or whatever. You know that little, you know, thing.
Yeah.
That's all I can have nowadays with my liver condition, and I can only have that every once in a while for special occasions. So that was the first legal drink I had technically after turning 21 was at a wedding. I had a little glass of wine. No, it wasn't the wedding that I had the glass of wine. It was because I did have a glass of wine at the wedding, but went to a steakhouse to go out to eat, me and my hubby, for our first date. Technically, even though we'd been together for a little while, it was our first in-person like date that we did, like a date, not just sitting at home chilling. Yep. And we went to this fancy, beautiful steakhouse, and I wanted to try wine for the first time. I'd never drank wine in my life, never touched it. So not, you know, like real wine, not Boonie's Farm, not that shit, because that's not wine. You know what I mean? I'm talking about like Merlot.
So you had some Zinfandel or Chardonnay, stuff like that. That's wine. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd never had like, you know, the Merlot, that expensive good shit, right? So I was like,
yeah,
I'm gonna try it for the first time. Yeah, and that was the first time I'd ever had a legal drink, and I was like 30 something at the time. You know what I'm saying? Like mid-30s.
Look at Libra's comment.
Did you see my Alyssa K. Taylor posted a video that said if she comes up unalived, it's her son? Damn. I gotta go look at that, Libra. That's my sister from another mister. She's freaking amazing. She does all different kind of content too. She's a cool ass person.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of which, I gotta make you a damn mod. Next time I gotta go find your damn name in the chat. I'll be running behind.
Comment?
Yes, please. Because then I'd have to scroll all the way back up if it goes off. Oh, no, actually. Yeah, and now add as moderator and save. Everybody's standard mods on my channel. I don't have a manager mod. There's a reason why. I just don't. I don't need one. I take care of it. Not right now, anyway. You know what I'm saying? I have a small thing. So I actually don't have any manager mods. I just me, myself, and I.
Yeah.
Because there's no reason. I don't have a reason to put my chat on slow mode or anything. You know what I'm saying? I don't have. And I let all comments come through. I don't have block words and things like that. I just let people do their thing. Thizzle. I don't have community moderation set up. There's a reason why I turned that off. So I just smack people upside the head in case they need it.
The reason why I do is because I've had some serious trolls come into my channel, into my chat, like some serious trolls. I've been P-bombed like 4 times.
Believe it or not, they've tried to get me, but every time somebody comes up new that I don't know, like I know you and I know what your authentication is, right? So I'll authenticate every person that comes up here. But let's say it's a new person I do not know or a person I've not spoken to a long time and they come up. The whole time they're up, that banner, this banner right here specifically, I'll show you, that's going to be across that screen and that bitch ain't coming down. Yeah. That way, if they try, it ain't going to affect my channel at all. So I'm very cautious of that because I'm from the sector that I'm from. We know all about that. you know, people run around doing that shit. So I throw up that banner, and until I really get to know that person, I'm not pulling it down. Like there's this guy who hits my channel link occasionally. He's from overseas, and I forgot about him for a minute, and he hit it the second time, and I didn't realize who he was. So I left the banner up the whole time. I was like, oh shit, I know him. He's pretty chill. But I forgot, you know, and so I wasn't taking no chances. I've had people pop up, and then there was this one dude. I just had a bad feeling, right? They came up a blank screen, and I didn't let them up because there was two people having a conversation. And first off, I'm not letting somebody up while two people are. I give them a minute. I'll be like, hey, give me a minute. Let me let them have their conversation, and I'll bring you up. And he just kept popping in the back chat, let me up, let me up, let me up. And I'm like, yeah, that don't feel right to me. So I didn't. Then they dropped down in chat and said the same thing. They come back in my back chat and finally did what they wanted to do, even though they wasn't on the screen. You get what I'm saying? I was like, yeah. You thought you was going to get me, huh? See, my intuition said, hell no.
Now they say words.
Oh yeah. They'll
if they can't get you with the video, they say inappropriate words.
Oh, they've jumped on my panel and done that, and I did not delete the live. They kept saying, I dropped them down real fast, and I made an announcement as soon as they left the panel. As soon as I dropped them and kicked them, I made and banned them from my StreamYard. I made that's what you got to do if that ever happens. If you let somebody up say, you know, the first thing you say is, I don't know who this is. We're going to see what they're about. And if they come up saying, they'll say the M-bomb. That's their favorite one. I don't know why.
Yep.
And then you drop down and say, we do not use that kind of rhetoric on this channel. We do not use those words on this channel. That is inappropriate. You have been banned, and you will not be allowed back on my panel. As long as you say that, it protects your live stream because you did not allow that, right? You stopped it as the channel.
Yeah.
And whatnot.
Okay.
Oh, you from Middle Tennessee? I'm from Mississippi. So, hello.
I used to
got
live in
that
Knoxville,
twang.
Tennessee.
K-Town. You know, some of the places I'm from, we got some, you know, we got T-Town, we got Deantown, we got, you know, hey, stay neighbor, how you doing?
I lived in New York. I'm originally from Florida. I used to stay in Georgia during the summer. I lived in Detroit, Michigan. Lived in Massachusetts, Maine, New York, New Hampshire, Tennessee. I've lived in quite a few places.
Yeah, twin mama, you mixed up the humpbacks and the cricket letters. It's M-I, cricket letter I, humpback I. I think she did that intentionally though. Because that would be M-I, humpback I, cricket letter I. But it's M-I, cricket letter I, cricket letter I. Humpback I. That's how everybody learned how to spell Mississippi when they was little.
Yeah. And the way she spelled it is and Pippi C. My PPPC.
That would be funny if that was the name of our state. I would laugh like hell. Yeah, I've been to a lot of different states. I've never lived in another state. I've only lived in Mississippi my entire life from the time I was born. Now I've visited, you know what I'm saying, other places, but I've never lived in other places.
Yeah, Lady Autumn. Yeah, I'm originally from Florida, but I used to live in Tennessee. I used to live in Knoxville. I used to drive taxi in Knoxville. Man, there were certain parts of Knoxville, I'll tell you this, driving taxi, you learn a lot real quick. But there's certain parts of Knoxville, Tennessee, cab drivers that go into at night. I'm like, man, you guys are a bunch of cowards. I'll go in there. And I did.
This is how we do. I don't know why that song just went through my head, y'all. Don't ask. Y'all know I got random songs. Every time I think of Oklahoma, I think of that song from Twister. Oklahoma, where the wind doesn't blow. You know, that song, I don't know why. Every time I think of Twister, the movie Twister, and where that dude's singing the song, I don't know why. What's the name of that song? I think the name of the song is called Oklahoma, or something like that. But yeah, it's Oklahoma where the wind comes sweeping down the plain. Yeah, that's that. It literally, I think of that song every time I think of that state. I don't know why.
Yep.
And specifically that scene from Twister, if you know what I'm talking about, where the dude with the glasses starts singing that song. I don't know why. Don't ask. Don't go to the Bodies Farm there. Not. Oh, and I'm gonna tell you something I heard about Florida. Now I don't know how true it is. I heard that there's some Haitians down there that can find you any body part you want and shit. I'm like, I ain't fucking around, find out. I ain't going down there and messing with them damn Haitians. Y'all crazy as fuck if you want to, but I ain't being crazy. They ain't gonna find me in a deep freezer missing my damn kidneys. My mama told me not to be stupid. But no, I don't share my Facebook with everybody. I have one. I just don't use it like that. I'm never hardly on there. I only get on there every once in a while for the people I've known for years to wish them a happy birthday. That's what I use Facebook for. You want to know what I use Facebook for? So it tells me when people's birthdays are. And sometimes some restaurants, if you live in small town USA, only have a Facebook. They don't even have a website or nothing. So that's how you can look at what you call it.
So, what is your plans for the rest of the day?
Probably gonna chill out, eat something, play a little bit of video games, chill, see if anybody's streaming. And then tonight, me and you have the the thing is page, our mental health stream about PTSD, which will be 5:30 Eastern Standard Time, 4:30 Central Standard Time, 3:30 for my GMT people, and 2:30 for my West Coast people. Just saying.
Yeah.
Giving y'all all the time zones.
So, just so everybody knows, I am not Charlie's co-host. I'm just a supporter and a friend. But she is my co-host on my channel because she's smarter than me. Just saying. Just joking. She is intellectual.
You know I was gonna get you. You know I was gonna get you. He already knew, y'all.
Just joking. We're advocates of mental health. Advocates. And mental health is very important to us. Okay. So
I got you, twin. Go ahead and tell him no. I was just letting her know that.
But yeah, we had a good live yesterday. Very good live. Um, and then today's gonna be even better. Yeah, I received an email from somebody, Charlie, thanking us for allowing them to come up and talk. So I
Yeah,
just
I
had to pass
received
that
an
message.
email too. I received one also as well. And
Okay.
I'm glad that people feel comfortable that your page is a safe place. And it's a place that they can be themselves and don't have to worry about all the craziness of YouTube.
Yep.
Because YouTube can be crazy, we all know this. And this right here is Twin Mama Scentssy's page. If you don't know, she has a Scentsy page where you can buy the smell good stuff, but also you should subscribe to her channel because she's amazing too. And when she don't do shows all the time, but when she does, we have so much fun with her. Now, sometimes my crazy butt will be in bed. Other times I'll be awake. So you never know when you're going to catch me over there or not. I'm going to go ahead and drop the link to her page. She's an amazing human being as well. You know what I'm saying? And all those links can be found on her page. If you want to support her, her links are in her bio. She has her Scentsy page. You can buy her a coffee. She has her Amazon wish list and whatnot. They're all found on her page. So, you know, and
What's a
subscribe. Get you
Scentsy
a little bit.
page?
Okay, you know, like when you like smell good stuff, like candles and waxes that you can do, the wax burners and all that stuff.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
she has a Scentsy page. Hers is you know, where basically it's like an affiliate link. So if you buy from the Scentsy page with her affiliate link, she gets a cut of the proceeds.
Okay. All right. That's cool.
Yeah,
I have to look
and
into it.
yeah, and they're all attached to her page, so you can click right from her profile or whatnot. They're in blue links, so you just go click click. But if you
Yeah.
like smell good things like candles and stuff like that, you can buy from them, or waxes that smell good for wax burners and different things. And if you do it with her affiliate link, she gets a percentage, and it helps her to raise her twin boys, who are beautiful young men, might I add. And she is such an amazing human being. Not only has she raised her children, but she has adopted other children and raised those children. And you know, I tell her all the time that she is a super mom because I'm younger than Twin Mama by quite a few years, and I don't know how she does it. You know what I'm saying? So for her to take over raising twin boys from the time they were very little to now is freaking amazing. Oh, that's Miss Josie. Okay, if y'all don't know who Miss Josie is, the Mob 2 Chronicles hitting right there. She's an amazing human being. Also, I have both of her books. Speaking of which, she wrote 2 books. If you ever get into the mob genre, you want to know who everybody is in the sector, but you lost in the sauce, right? You don't know what's been going on and all the drama, all the stuff. She has 2 books out, the Mob 2 Chronicles and the Mob 2 Chronicles Part 2. It tells you everything, an objective look that has went on basically from the time to start. If they're talking about somebody you don't understand, you can literally go through the book and go, oh, so that's who Anthony Carani is, or Tony Pizza. That's who that person is. You know what I'm saying? Or I don't know who this person is. Let me go look up what their story is so I can read part 1 and part 2 of the book. She's got it broke up by names. Oh, so that's who John Panisi is. And I can go to both books, right? And it's going to tell me what their backstory is, who they're associated with in the, you know, in the genre or whatnot. And it's going to give me all my information. So if you wanted to, you know, just saying, putting that out there, she has 2 amazing books. Hey, Yankees for life. I did hear that SoFlo got by detention by ISIS. See, he kind of deserves it, where normally I'm like, some people don't, who are just working their butt off, but he kind of beat a woman with a pool stick. So
What the fuck?
yeah, she was going to take out charges on him for assault in a different way, and it literally, to keep himself from going to jail for that, he literally beat her with a pool stick to keep her from to try to drop the charges or not say anything so he could get away with it.
What the
And
fuck?
he raped her.
Wow.
Yeah, and so to keep her from testifying, he actually almost unalived her with a pool stick, and he got, and so he already had he was here illegally in the States, and he has a hell of a record. You know what I'm saying? And so somebody finally got him and he's now being detained to be shipped back to his country.
Why do you think? And I know what's going on right now is a touchy subject, right? It very is. You know, and my thing is, like, you want to know who your next door neighbor is, right?
Yeah.
I would like to know who's coming into my country. Seriously.
Yeah, he got detained and will be shipped. He was a felon who contributed nothing to the country. Cuba, here he comes. If you knew about the, I've heard about the stories. They did an interview with the lady that he did that to. And a lot of the women in the sector, uses very abusive language towards women, specifically because, he threatened to rape Miss Josie. And Miss Josie's cool as fuck. If you ever meet Miss Josie, she's awesome. And he uses that kind of, because I mean, to look at his record, you see what kind of person he is. You know what I'm saying? So he uses the same rhetoric that he does in real life on here against women. And some of the people got together, I guess, and found out he was here illegally, and turned him in, and he getting shut back, which to me, with his violent record, needs to be. He has a 30-year rap sheet. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you don't need to be here if your intention is to rape women over here and do fucking terrible ass things. Now with
like,
me,
if you're here to improve your life and improve life around you, that's one thing. But if you're here and you ain't got nothing to offer, you shouldn't be here.
Yeah, like
and I'm sorry you went through that, Mob Tube. And my condolences to the woman that it happened to. It's disturbing.
I know that y'all are celebrating, and I'm celebrating with y'all, because for him to say and do some of the things that he did while on YouTube to y'all ladies, much more what he did in his real life. You know what I'm saying? We don't need a person like that over here who's doing shit like that. And
yeah, Rock's Queen.
I'm glad somebody took it seriously, because for a man to be online talking about raping women, beating women, doing all these other things, it's too much. I heard, a lot of the things I heard about this man were not good things. I didn't personally know him. Thank you, Jesus. I never interacted with this person, as far as I know. Because, there's always that possibility that they just happened to be somewhere I was at the same time. But as far as I know, we never interacted or anything like that. I don't know him. But I'm glad I don't. As much bad things as I hear about him, about the shit. Like, I've heard people play clips of the shit that he says, and it's fucking horrendous. So, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what I said, Miss Josie. Thank God I didn't know him. But the horrendous shit he says on here, I'm glad they were able to get his ass up out of here, because you've already raped one woman, then beat her with a pool stick. I mean, maliciously could have unalived her. And the shit that you're doing, like, no, thank you. I'm glad they got you up out of here.
After the live, I have to tell you, like, a lot of people don't know who I am. Like, they know me, like, you know me, but there's a lot of things people don't know about me. Because, like, if I would have known who this dude was, like, personally, I would have made a phone call. And yeah, I'm just saying, that's neither here nor there. I'm not going any further. I am just, yeah, Yep. Yep. He's lucky to be alive. That's all I'm saying. He's lucky to be alive. Yep.
Yeah, she was absolutely, the poor lady was absolutely terrified. And that's why she ended up not, she ended up not going up there and testifying because she was terrified he was going to come back and unalive her. And to even be that type of person to grape someone, you don't need to be here because I'm going to say that leaves, not only did he grape her, but then my thing is, even without her testimony, the fact that he went back and did what he did, I still to this day don't understand why the state didn't take up charges themselves, even without her testimony, even if she was afraid. You get what I'm saying? Because that is a violent crime. You get what I mean? And I would have had his ass up out of here way back then, knowing he's not here legally.
Yep.
Like, I don't know why they ain't took his ass out of the country, if that makes sense, for that kind of shit. Like, you should have, after going to prison, your ass should have been booted.
What my question is what state was this in?
Not exactly sure. Miss Josie, do you know what state that he's in? Because I have no idea what state he's in. I don't really know. I only know what other people tell me about this person and what they've showed the proof, the real proof of the paperwork and stuff. Miami. He was supposed to be deported when he got out of prison. He slipped through the cracks. He is Cuban, but he was living in Miami. Yeah, Florida. So yeah.
Oh man, I wish I would have known. I wish I would have known.
No, it's kind of good you didn't, because they done got him and he's up out of here now. So better for you not to get in trouble for trash. Let the trash be taken out like
no,
it's supposed to be.
So Charlie, I said I make phone calls.
Oh,
I make
yeah.
phone calls. I make phone calls. You know that saying? I got friends in low places.
Oh yeah, I got friends in high places too.
Okay. You got friends in high places. I got friends in low places.
I got friends on both sides of the track, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I got the low totem pole person you don't want to fuck with. Because they are baller, shakala, if you get my drift. Only Impala. Okay. And then I got and then I got the higher up lawyer friends and judges and things like that. So yeah, Mob 2 Chronicles. I wish I had known.
You know the sound goes rum rum rum, and about 20 of them roll up.
Yeah, I know them too. Mm-hmm.
I'm affiliated.
They wanted my dad so bad that they offer. They don't hardly ever offer full patch. Ever. Even people who have grew up in their lifestyle, even people who are legacies, don't usually get that. They wanted my dad so bad they offered him full patch.
So I got something in my possession that only 5 people have in the nation. Yeah, I'm not going to say any more than I have to say. It's just that I'm well connected with people. I'm like G2K. I'm very protective over women and children. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. I'm very protective over women and children. I don't have to say anymore.
You don't have to say anymore. No, I will say, down here in the SIP, they have that thing. They have it here and another place, and it's called the same thing. It's just called mini here or little. What is it? Sardis. They go to Sardis. It's a bike rally that they have down here. We had at one time, a huge population down here. Now, there was a few years that you didn't see shit. I don't know what happened between that situation. I think it was all the raids and shit like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And all that. But they have a huge one. They go down to I don't know if it's Sardis or the other place. I forget the name of it. And then they go
You talk
down
about
to
rallies? You talk about bike
yeah,
rallies?
yeah. It's a huge
Like they
rally.
got they got they got one in
Sturgis.
Sturgis.
We got a Sturgis, Mississippi. There's a Sturgis. I forget where it's at. There's two Sturgises. Okay. There's one up there and then there's one in Mississippi. They come down to the one in Mississippi too. It's called Mini Sturgis, right? Or Little Sturgis. And they come down here and then they go down to the Mississippi Gulf Coast. Like they do a thing where they go down the state, if that makes sense, down the main highway all the way down. And they have the one down there in Sturgis, Mississippi, and then they have the one down in off the beaches. And then they'll go over from there. They end up hitting, Florida, Alabama, and, they go down that coastline. But we used to have a huge thing about that. My dad used to work on their CB radios. Back in the day, they used to use CBs so that's how my dad was affiliated. Our house was considered no man's land. If you know what no man's land means, you know what that means. No fighting. No. If two people who were from different places and 1%ers, they were not allowed to fight on our land. But he was offered. Both sides wanted him so bad. But
so
he was
when
like, no,
you
I'm a one-man gang.
1%ers.
I don't need nobody else. You know what I'm saying? That's what my daddy said. I'm a one-man gang. I don't need nobody else.
So you know how you mentioned 1%ers, right?
Yeah,
Like I said, I got friends in low places.
I got you.
So
Yeah, but no, they wanted him to start a business as doing what he does with that and stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, that's why he got offered the way he did. But my dad's like, no, I'm cool. It was because he had us kids at the time, he was.
I'm in the process. Within the next couple of years, I should have it up and running. A brotherhood.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, not a motorcycle club, but a brotherhood.
Then there's a difference.
Yes. So the difference between the two, because motorcycle clubs are brotherhoods, okay, but you have to have a motorcycle. My goal is the brotherhood could be like a car club, a motorcycle club, just a brotherhood, like a family. And and my goal is to do charity events, raise money for kids who are less fortunate than others, to give back to the community, and that's what I'm working on. It's just I'm not in the right place financially to start it up, but when that time comes, people will know. It'll be all over.
Yeah. That's crazy as hell, twin. We know who's trying to call you though. Who's trying to fuck with you? We all know who it is, twin. They ain't but one person. You know what I'm saying? From yeah. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, my Miss Josie, I can't believe, as a woman, just my personal opinion, as a woman, how could you support a man that has done some shit like that? Like, it's not he said, she said. There's definite proof. There's even there's like, paperwork, all that shit. The woman has come out. It's all kind of, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's proof. It's not a he said, she said type of thing. And I myself would not be cool. And then he talked shit about her family. And then now, I wouldn't have that person. I wouldn't be around a person who did some stuff like that. And find, nope. Mm-mm.
So
cool.
You're telling me the comment that MobTube just posted, okay?
Yeah.
With that name, right?
Yep.
Is that related to John Gotti?
Yes, that's his daughter. Or, well, there's a debate on whether that's his. I mean, she's his daughter, but then there's a debate whether she's his stepdaughter or, but she says real daughter. She says, and so, but yes, that is the real one of the sisters. Yes, it's the oldest daughter. The MobTube was built around stuff that, yeah. That is his real.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, MobTube, yeah, I agree with that. When you said, how about we have a pretender in the MobTube community who says he's a 1%er, a Hell's Angel, it could go between clubs. Well, so hypothetically speaking, right? Now, different clubs, if it's different clubs, that's not true. You can't do that. Okay. Now, if you're so if you're what's the word I'm looking for? If you're there's a specific name for certain bikers that they in the Hells Angels, you have chapters, but there's certain people that can travel from chapter to chapter and is accepted in all chapters because they have a specific name. They travel all around the country. They're not just in one state.
Nomads.
So they're able to do that. Huh?
Nomads.
Nomads. Yes. It was on the tip of my tongue. Okay. Nomads could do that. But if you're at the Hell's Angel, okay, you just can't. Okay, one day be a Hell's Angel, the next day be an outlaw, the next day be a Diablo, the next day be a pagan, the next day be a... No, that doesn't work that way. Nope. Doesn't work that way.
Also, for what Lady Antebellum says, not Victoria, the person's name is Angel, and it's people debate about like the father because the mom was previously married, and so they think the person she was previously married is actually Angel's father. I really don't give a damn either way myself, if that makes sense. If she says that he's her father and that's the dude she knew as her father, then that's her father. You know what I'm saying? Regardless, I don't care either way. I've never looked into it fully. That's just a debate within their community. You know what I'm saying? Within the MobTube genre, that's a debate that they have over there. I don't get involved in that. The only problem that I have with this young lady, because I mean, well, older lady, technically she's probably old enough to be my grandmama, is that some of the shit that's said over there is not cool. Like talking about other people's families, and the main part that bothered me was Miss Edna. Even though I didn't know Miss Edna, me and Miss Edna were not friends. I didn't know the lady at all. I don't like the fact that she was attacked on panel, and then as a friend, I would never let someone else do that to a friend of mine. Like if the thing is up here on my panel, and somebody else were to pop up here and just start attacking him for no reason, I would drop that shit right away. That even if I was cool with that other person. You know what I'm saying? Like, because they know enough to respect me not to do some shit like that. Like, let's say CMF Queen and Twin Mama. You know, I'm just using y'all because y'all are the last two names in chat. I love both of them. And if, let's say, one of them was up here and the other one started attacking them for no fucking reason, I would drop that person and be like, look, we're not going to do this on my panel. I love you both. We're going to stop this shit right now. Right now. Now, if y'all want to have a civil conversation, but the way that it was done, I didn't like. And the fact that it was over bullshit to me is wrong. That lady was sick. She wanted just a place to hang out and chill. And I just didn't like that situation because I wouldn't allow nobody to be attacked in that manner. Just because they said something that wasn't even really off-putting, because everybody knows the person by their actual name, but they try to go by a character name, right? And because the older lady said the real name, they tried to claim that was doxing. No, everybody knows that you talk about your books all the time and your accomplishments, so there was no reason to attack that old lady for that. You know what I'm saying? No, that was wrong. That's the only thing. I don't have any other issues other than that, because we've never had a personal conversation. We've never talked. I don't know this. I've tried to warn this lady about what's supposed to happen, and everything I warned her about has happened and continues to happen. So if you didn't listen and it goes down, that's on you. I mean, patterns repeat themselves. Yeah, her name on her birth certificate is Rickard, but he was her father as in raising her, but not as in like others. They would have given SoFlo the time of the day. Yeah, I'm gonna say that a lot of the situation that allowing people to run over you and talk to you in any type of way, no. Allowing people to talk shit about your family and then being cool with them afterward, no. We would have had some strong words. You know what I mean? And if I ever allowed them near me again, would be debatable. Would be very debatable.
Yep.
Because attacking someone's family, after you attack someone's family, that's a line you don't cross. And if you cross that line, that's going to be one hell of a way back. And that'd be like not everybody could do that kind of thing. Yep. There ain't no way that somebody could do that to my family and I'd be like, oh, we're besties now. No, sorry. And, I will say this, Miss Josie, everything you warned that person about, every warning that was given, everything that was said, and you know what live stream I'm talking about, Miss Josie, you was on that live stream. Everything that was said that night has came to pass and then some, and it's going to continue and get worse. And just grab your popcorn and sit back. That's all you got to do. Everything that she was warned about with that person has came true. Everything. That he was going to take over the channel, he's going to do this, he's going to do that, and it's happened. That he was going to try to get all his people as the moderators. Yep, it's happened. So it's steadily happening right in front of our faces because patterns repeat themselves. Yeah, I'm going to tell you this. The part that would have got me was not just talking about my mother, my father, and uncles. But when you talk about my kid, I don't care how grown they are. That's a real line you don't fucking cross. I will go to hell or jail over mine.
Well, I go to jail over my mama.
I will over my mama and my daddy too.
My two boys can handle themselves. My mama is 78 years old. You come after my mama? Yeah. Yeah.
I'm liable to cuss you out. Well, it depends on how you come. If it's just words over the internet, right? I'll cuss you out a little bit. But I'm really crazy about my kid because I'm gonna tell you why. My son is a miracle child. My son wasn't supposed to be here. He was supposed to die. I was supposed to die. Point blank, period. My son was a 27-weeker. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, my son is big as me.
Prison. Oh, my son's a big guy, but he has mild cerebral palsy and all the shit that I've been through with him, the 2 surgeries, the learning to walk again, the going through physical thing. I will go fucking off on somebody. I will hurt somebody. I will stab a bitch in the eye. Like, they don't know how far I'm willing to go. That's why I tell people, really leave him alone. Because if you fuck with him, there's going to be a Charlie that comes out that does despicable things that I say I won't do. Y'all know that I don't like to contact people's family. Y'all know I don't like to dox people. Y'all know how I am. But if you fuck with him enough, I promise you, I'm going to make your life a living fucking hell. You're going to wish you never fucking met me. I'm like the FBI. I know fucking everybody. I will contact your girlfriend's grandmama and tell her what the fuck you doing online. Play with me. I suggest not.
That's why you're my co-host, Charlie.
I know, right? Yeah. It's better to have me as a friend than a fucking enemy, ain't it? Because I'm a crazy bitch. See, I'm nice and I'm sweet and I'm kind, but there are certain lines you just don't fuck with. And that's when you don't never mess with people's children are like twin mama, right? They're messing with her twin boys. She gonna do some shit that even she said she wasn't gonna do because you done fucking crossed a line that you know, there's that imaginary line in the sand, right? Messing with people's mama, daddy, all that, their partners. But when you fuck with them kids and you talking about a real mama, daddy, we gonna go so ballistic, you gonna wish you never did that shit. She wished essay an 80-year-old. That's fucked up, dude. Like, even the crazy motherfucker ain't never said some shit like that. And y'all know who I'm talking about when I say crazy motherfucker. I don't even think his crazy ass has ever said some shit like that. You know what I'm trying to say?
I will tell you this: if I would have, yeah, yep.
Everybody knows why I don't like that one specific person. They contacted everybody I fucking know, made up lies, said my child was an incest baby, which is fucked up because even the person said it to them on their show. And I do have a recording, if you hear this, of the motherfucker admitting to you that they fucking lied to you. No, not
Tony
no,
Peaches.
Oh yeah, they're yeah, it's another person in the genre. SoFlo went after Tony Peaches' mother on an 80-year-old and threatened to essay her, even called her on the phone and played it for the community.
Okay, I was confused because in my county there's a pizza place called Tony's Peaches. Tony Peaches.
Oh, that's a dude. His real name's obviously not that. That's what they call him. Let me see if I can go, because I was trying, because you know that's the only thing, Miss Josie, that I wish these books had was like the back thing, so I could look up the page and go right to it. But he's in the books. You know what I'm saying, of Miss Josie stuff. It breaks down the mob tube for you, like even like somebody that she don't like, she even tells the truth about them. Like if they had a good channel at first and people liked them for whatever reason, she tells the truth on that. You know what I'm saying? Even if she didn't like them, which I find that is amazing when you can set aside your dislike of someone to tell the truth. You know what I'm saying? But he's in the book. I don't know. I can't hardly find the pages because there's so many pages.
My grandfather had a falling out with the mob in New York back in the 60s and 70s. In the 60s, because he did a prison bid for the mob, and the mob was supposed to take care of my grandmother and my uncles and my aunt while he was in prison doing time for a crime he didn't commit. He ate it like he did it and did the time. And when he got out, my family was dirt poor, homeless, struggling. And my grandfather said, "No, it's time to leave. Time to leave."
Hey, Chris Trock, how you doing? Hey, Mr. Trock. No, my never been around any of that kind of stuff because obviously I'm not from that area. Now, my husband's family was around some stuff like that. They knew somebody who knew somebody who knew something about it, if that makes sense. But down here, it was more like biker and gang. You know, gangs and bikers, and that was it.
Yeah, up north, like in New Hampshire, I knew people from both sides. Down here, I know street people and I know bikers in Florida.
Now we had something called the Dixon Mafia down here, but I never knew about that shit because I think that was like down south. But what I knew down here was the bikers and the Crips and the Bloods and all that shit, you know, and all the different ones. Because you have so many. Like, I am not trying to name all of them. You know what I'm saying? I am too lazy. At least yeah. Even you're mentioned in Miss Josie's books. Miss Josie's books. I will say this: if you're trying to enter the mob genre, or go around them, right? You know how when sectors have like history and you don't know it, she basically, those books are the history. She's the historian, if that makes sense. And when you look at those books, they let you see an inside look, so you're not so lost when people talk about the history a little bit. if you read the books.
We see you, Beth. We see you, Beth.
Hey,
We
Miss
see you in
Beth.
chat.
I love you, Miss Beth. Miss Beth's an amazing human being. I love Miss Beth. She knows it.
She said she got a Verizon outage, so she was seeing if she could comment in chat. So I was
Well,
letting her
we
know we can
sees
see her.
you, and we love you. I know you can hear me.
And MobTube, I'm originally from Florida, but my whole family's from New York. Generations upon generations upon generations. I lived in New Hampshire off and on 25 years. So I have family in New York still.
Yeah,
But
a lot of the people, like, because I'm in many different sectors of YouTube. I go over to the
yeah,
Mom General. There's a lot of cool people over there. I know a lot of the people over there. I go to Miss Josie whenever her and Mr. Grumpy or Mr. MRE, when Eric Foss goes off, I go visit him. When there's a lot of people over that sector. Michael Saccio, stand-up guy. There's quite a few. You know what I'm saying? That I go up there and I visit. They're really cool people. And it was amazing to be able to meet all them. Miss Josie, I love her to death. She's freaking amazing. Yeah. And then I met Mr. Chris Trott. Technically, he's from that area, but I also met him through other people too. But yeah, and Miss Bambi and a lot of other people. Like, there's just a lot of people over there. You know what I mean? And there's a lot of people in the chats that I like, and they're very welcoming and nice people. Mr. DJ, but Mr. DJ be fucking everywhere. I swear to God, because he'd be over at Miss Heidi Black. That's how I met Miss Heidi Black. She's cool as fuck. And then I've met people from so many different genres because of that. And then I met, like Miss Beth and Racing and Watcher and Arky. And through Arky, that's how I met G2K. And then through G2K is how I met you. You know what I'm saying? So I've met so many.
yeah.
It's like a branching tree, right? And originally I'm from the beef sector. And then we have the Mo 3 sector, Troll Beef, aka. And then the black sector, and we're all like cousins, right? So we're in different sectors, but we like cousins.
I started in the true crime sector before I started my channel.
I didn't start in true crime. I did watch some of it. I watched mostly the way that I started was in the black tea sector, which is where they not the black tea sector, that's the offshoot. I'm talking about like the Tasha K's, the Nick at Nights and all those that cover celebrity topics. So I started watching them, and through them I found T.S. Madison and Kaya, and that's how I found the beef sector. When the beef sector was first founded a long time ago, before it had a name. For the longest we didn't. And then a content creator named of Wiley actually came up with that name, the beef sector. So that's why we started calling ourselves that. His name is Wiley. I doubt you know him. He does a lot of celebrity. And then one day, I'm over there visiting my friend Misunderstood. She's an amazing human being. She's in the sobriety sector. And I was over there visiting her house, and this motherfucker came up with a fucking asshole-ish ass fucking talk. I was like, who the fuck is this motherfucker? Then I fell down a rabbit hole, found out who that motherfucker was. I started jumping on his face. And then all the people that had been dealing with his shit for 3+ years started coming over here. And I started meeting them, and they were amazing people. So I called them the fuck around find out sector, because I don't think they should have to name themselves after his fucked up shit, because he's an asshole. And so I call them the fuck around find out sector. I gave them that name. So if you ever hear that, that came from me. And so from there, then he went over to MobTube and started causing a ruckus over there. And so I went over there and I was like, what up, peoples? And so I met amazing people, and it's like been a branching. If I could give that person credit for one thing, it would be leading to me to amazing fucking people. I'm in so many now, Mr. Truck. I'm in the trash talk sector. I'm over here in the drama tube. I'm over here in the 90-day community, the sobriety sector, the mob too. Like, I'm just the mental health sector. I'm in I don't know what that other sector's called. Shit, I'm in both sides. I'm all over the place.
Damn,
I'm all
Charlie.
over the place. I swear to God, man. I don't even know. I'm like my friend from the Black Tea sector. I'm like him. I'm sectorial now. Yeah. I'm just everywhere, child. I'm just, hey, how you doing? I'm in like 20 different sectors at one time.
Mob Tube, if you type in, well, the thing is, you'll see a Viking symbol, and that's my channel. Well, it's I started it, and 2 years ago, and it got to a point where I needed a co-host, somebody with a different set of not just eyes, but viewpoint. You know what I'm saying? And I met Charlie. And one day I said, Charlie, how do you feel about being a co-host? Because I heard her say she was an advocate for mental health. And my channel is strictly about mental health. A lot of men don't talk about it. And I think more men need to learn how to be in touch with their emotions and being able to learn how to communicate them. But the problem is a lot of women, not saying all, but a lot of women will use that ammo against them. That's why I promote therapy. I promote therapy. So that's important to me, is therapy. And not all therapists are great. That's the reason why you got to shop for one. You know what I'm saying? And find one that fits you. So, didn't mean to interrupt, Charlie.
Oh, no, you're good. I was letting you do your thing. You started in the law tube section. Shout, I don't even know. I'm just all over the place now. I'm just like everywhere.
Yeah, I started in so if you want to get technical, all right. So before YouTube even became a thought, I was an artist manager. I worked in the music industry. I managed a handful of artists. And then I started an independent record label with an artist. And that flopped because my artist wasn't investing into his music. And I'm not your wallet. I'm not your bank account, dude. I'm your manager. I was booking shows. I was paying for him to get up on stage. I was losing money. I wasn't making money. And when you're an artist manager, you're supposed to be making money along with the artist, right? And I left the music industry, and then I got into YouTube, and I got into true crime. And I was a panel guest of a certain channel I had a falling out with. And then I started my channel about mental health because I've been in therapy for the past, at the time, 12 years. And, I noticed a lot of things with men. And I'm like, I want to get up there and share my story and talk about it and be about it. And that's what I do. So, and Trop 76, there ain't nothing wrong with therapy. There ain't nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, I think all of us might need therapy after 5 years of YouTube. I'm just saying, YouTube drive us all insane, don't it? But yeah, actually, Miss Josie, tonight, PTSD is our topic tonight. So
And MobTube, the artists that I did manage, well, there's a couple of artists that I managed, and they were all good. They weren't garbage. You know, I grew up listening to hip hop. You know, I could tell you who's garbage and who's not. You know, he wasn't garbage. He just didn't know how to tell stories. Who's Jeff?
He was from Legal Vices channel. She was a mod. Lady Autumn Sky was a mod for Legal Vices channel. He passed away. Rest in peace, Jeff.
Damn, that sucks. I don't know
Yeah,
who he
a
is.
lot
That
of
sucks.
people. A lot of people here actually come from the true crime community or were a part of it at one time. Even though they were a part of other communities too, they actually were a part of it at one time. Hey, Farmer Fred, how you doing? But yeah, tonight, Miss Josie, when we do our live stream tonight, the actual topic, if you would like to come up after we talk about it, it's going to be about PTSD. That's
Yeah.
our topic for tonight. So if you want to come over or whatnot, I'll make sure I share it on my community wall too, so you'll know. But where you're already subscribed, you should be able to get the notification. But let's say YouTube decides to be a butthole, it will also be shared on my community wall. It will be 5:30 Eastern, 4:30 right. I'm right.
Yep.
4:30 Central, 3:30 GMT, and 2:30 for my West Coast people. You know. Lady Autumn, a lot of people are super upset because they really love that channel. They didn't know. I keep hearing all
Has
about
any-
LC, and I've never met that person.
Has anybody here heard of? I'll mention the abbreviation. I'm not going to say the whole name. Okay, AWBJ. Has anybody ever heard of that channel? AWBJ.
I don't think so. Oh,
I'm just seeing if anybody in chat's heard that.
oh, Mr. Grumpy is going live at 6. Oh no, 6 what time, Miss Josie? Eastern Standard
Okay.
Time or Central? Because I know that Miss Josie usually is up on panel with Mr. Grumpy.
That's good.
His name's
I'm glad nobody's
Grumpy
heard of that.
Italian. His name is Grumpy Italian. He's cool as shit. If you just pay attention to my community wall, trust me, you're going to meet so many different people from so many different, different.
I'm just glad nobody's
communities.
heard of that channel. I'm just glad nobody in your community's heard of that channel. I am glad they've never been taken advantage of.
I mean, even if they had run across it, they probably wasn't like directly a part of it. Eastern, okay, so that'll be
30
So
minutes
six-
after I go live.
30 minutes after we go live. So whatnot.
Do you have anything to do later? Because if we have
No.
to change the time, we can.
No, I really truly not today. You know what I'm saying?
You know, because because you're a huge supporter of Grumpy.
Oh, I'm a supporter of Grumpy, but if we do our live when we do our live, we do our live when we do our live, and then we go over there, you know, depends on how long Mr. Grumpy decides to stay live, because you never know about Mr. Grumpy. He may only stay for 30 minutes, but then, I mean, an hour, or, you know, he may stay 2 hours, he may stay, we're just trying to figure out times, because he knows I support everybody.
So the mob too. The reason why I made that statement is because AWBJ is a huge grifter. AWBJ is a huge grifter.
You could say the full name if you would like. It's up to you.
Allegedly with Brittany J. She is a grifter.
Yeah, I have no idea who that is.
Yeah,
Never heard of them.
she is a grifter. How do I know this? Because I used to be friends in a mod. She's a grifter. I don't like grifters.
I don't like people who take advantage of others either. And
No,
that's one of the reasons why I was on that one person's neck that I've told you about. Because the shit that they've done to people. I mean, you have to be pretty fucking bad for them to write a whole Rolling Stone article about your ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, that ain't just people talking shit. You know what I mean?
yep. Yes, Dapper, Sleepy J. Dapper knows what I'm talking about.
It's
supposed to be a true crime channel, but it's drama and grifting. My internet bill got $400 behind. Will somebody help me? And then
hold on,
somebody
can I
pays
ask?
it.
Is that the person
Huh?
that they be showing all the time over that other drama channels where they be because they think of her as a locale, where they be showing her falling asleep on live all the time?
Yes. Yes.
Oh shit, I've
Yes.
seen it through other people, if that makes sense. Like you know, if they're at the shit show. Oh, if y'all don't know,
Yeah.
there's two shit shows, okay? There's AC in the shit show, and then there's a shit show that's over here. They're spelled a little different. One's a woman and one's a man. Okay, just telling y'all, there is two different shit shows on here. One of them is Mr. AC, the other one is a lady. Okay, so just saying. And their pictures are different on their channel. You know what I'm saying? They're two totally different people. What up, Shaker, 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 Shaker? That's my room shaker.
Dapper, aka Tangerine. Sleepy J. Oh my God. Sorry. I had to laugh out loud.
Well, that's like in my genre, we have a lot of people that go by hood. Like we have the hood table, we have hood lady, hood conservative, hood this, hood, you know, so like you know, we have, so there are some people that have very similar names. I know I'm the only Charlie sending love that I know of. I mean, there are other Charlies, which is kind of funny. There's this Charlie with an I in my sector, and I don't know how many times they've been accused of stuff I did and vice versa, and everybody thought we were the same person. And I think Charlie with an I is a dude. I'm not sure, but we were talking in chat one day, and we were apologizing to each other if we ever got blamed for the other one. It was awesome. Because that other Charlie's more messy than me. You know what I'm saying? And so there might have been times I got like, you know, accused of something they did or vice versa. And they have an eyeball as their picture, like a blue eyeball. And it's kind of funny. We laughed about that. We had fun with it. But I'll just get off here a minute because I've been live for 2 hours, 33 minutes, which is way longer than I normally would stay live.
Well, at least you had a good live.
That is true. Had an amazing live, you know, with all kind of amazing people. But Miss Josie, do you know about the time frame that Mr. Grumpy's going to stay live or not?
Because I don't mind changing the time. I don't mind. We could go after he gets done with his live.
The only reason I asked also is I think Miss Josie, if she could come over, would be amazing because she's just awesome people. What up, Miss Lovely Love? That's my beautiful, lovely life, my lovely love. I love me some lovely love. And if y'all don't know Lovely Love, let me just say, she's funny, she's hilarious. She does cooking content, all different kind of stuff. She is from my sector of the woods, which is beef sector. And she's an amazing human being. I'm gonna go ahead and post her channel link if y'all want to subscribe. She'll tell you she's a home cook. You know what I'm saying? But she does all different kinds. So just go check out her shorts and send us some love. You might get hungry looking at her shorts. I'm not gonna lie, you might get hungry.
Because I don't mind changing the live stream to like 8 p.m. if that makes it easier. If that's fine with you, Charlie.
Oh, that's good with me. But I don't know when or how long he's gonna stay live. I never know about Mr. Grumpy. You know what I'm saying? He sometimes he only stays for sometimes an hour, and then other times he might stay for a couple. You know what I mean? So I don't know how that's gonna go. But I was just trying to ask Miss Josie just because I wanted to make sure that she was also, because she can't be two places at once, and I know that PTSD for her is a huge thing to talk about, and I wanted her to be able to be there.
Yeah.
Oh, you're very welcome. Lovely love, my beautiful. I'm fixing to get off here in a minute. I was just trying to get this. It usually goes about an hour, and he's doing open panel. Okay, so if he starts at 6 Eastern, that'll be 5. And if he stays about an hour, that'll be about 7. So give an extra 30. If you wanted
7:30 work.
Yeah, 7:30 for you, 6:30 for me.
Yeah.
And that gives me a little time to take a damn nap. And play a little video game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, Miss Beth, when you decide to open up that cooking channel, whether it be this channel you're on now or you decide to do a whole other channel, you just let me know, and I'll make sure I share that shit out and let people know what channel to go to subscribe to. It was nice hanging out with you, Lady Autumn Sky. And also, I did subscribe to your channel just to let you know. I know that right now you're not content creating or whatnot. Or no, you are content creating. Let me go ahead and drop your channel link. You know what I'm saying? Because you got some information. I see your shorts on there and whatnot. You never know who might want to come over there and support. You know what I mean? And that's something we do over here, is that we share out people so that, everybody can get subscribed to everybody. Everybody could be friendly with everybody, and we can all build together and have some fun and have content, different kinds to watch. Because, you never know. Somebody might want to go over there and go, oh, I like what she got going on, So, I just like to share, send the love out to everybody. You know what I mean?
All right, I'm going to drop down so you can close it out.
All right. Thank you. Well, the thing is, you have a good day, Mr. Eddie.
All right, I'll see you tonight.
I'll see you tonight. Bye. Yeah, we're going to try to go on after, which would be, if he go, Miss Josie. So that way that, because I would like you to, be able to participate, because I know that how you support Mr. Grumpy, and I want to support Mr. Grumpy because I love Mr. Grumpy, and I know he don't come on all the time. You know what I'm saying? So when we can get a Mr. Grumpy live, we don't always get a Mr. Grumpy live. You know what I'm saying? And be over there to support Mr. Grumpy, and then we'll do our live right after or whatnot. And it's going to be about PTSD, because I know that a lot of us, have PTSD or do things that go there. So I'm going to post, well, the thing is, this channel one more time. For those who are not subscribed, I am the new co-host over there. And tonight we're going to be talking about PTSD. And after we talk about it, we're going to drop the link and let people come up and talk about it. Oh, wait, hold on. Before we leave, we got a beautiful Miss Lovely Love coming to the stage. Hey, Miss Lovely Love.
Hey, beautiful. Hey, everybody. Thank you so much. In February, on my channel, I'm still cook and talk crap, but just come check me out, and don't worry about what somebody else say about me. Come check for yourself. That's it.
All right, so that Miss Lovely Love giving you a word, y'all. I done shut out her tongue. Y'all know she does amazing content. She's an amazing human being. You're going to love it. You're going to enjoy it. And you're going to laugh your ass off when she goes live and talks. I'm just telling you.
And I finally got my kitchen. Girl. I finally got my kitchen.
Let me do a PSA for Miss Lovely. She is not responsible if you are eating or drinking and you choke because you're laughing. Okay? I'm just saying.
No, I really like everybody, even though they talk about me and they talk about my food. But guess what? My family eat my food. I'm not going to make nothing that you're not going to eat. I mean, I done looked at a lot of cooking channels, try to do the recipe, and I taste it, and I'll be like, hell no. But they getting the numbers. I'm just a little fry. I want to be a big fry by the end of this year. So that's my goal. That's my goal for Lovely Life channel. I gotta put out more. I gotta be consistent. I have to I'm gonna shop for the good food, girl. Don't play with me. And get a discount. And I'm gonna show you how to get a discount. And if I don't cook, you're still gonna see my life. If I get them, the followers. But let me tell you this. Coming from beef sector, if you a hater and you drop down, you will get blocked. You leave a comment, you will get blocked. I need positivity. I don't need no negativity. That's a 2026 positivity, no negative. You know what? That one person will make your whole channel flop, right? If you let it.
Yep.
And who gonna come to you is who gonna come to you, right?
Facts.
And the man, my G up above said, go on and do it. He gave me the the green light. He gave me the green light. I've been waiting around for a long time. And I still do my shorts over there. But you know what? Y'all want to see Lovely? Y'all gonna see Lovely with one titty and one titty not. Listen, if I done went over this hurdle, but anybody that's going through cancer, have been through cancer, or seen somebody went through cancer, I'm going to address it. I don't have to put a bra on and act like, oh, my boobs is the same. You're going to see that one nipple on the side, and you're going to see your flat chest on the other side, because I'm little itty titty committee. So that's what I came up here to say. How you doing, Charlie?
Oh, I'm doing good, girl. I'm over here. I'm doing a co-host thing with friend of mine. Well, the thing is, as you see, I'm in like 50 different sectors at one time. Beef sector may be my home, but I ain't staying seating. I run around like a chicken with my head cut off. Hey, everybody, how you doing? Go and visit it everywhere.
I do that too, girl. I be running around here everywhere. Then I find myself, I have to find y'all again because I'm in so many sectors. Do that work for, do that happen to you?
Yeah, that's why I have to sometimes tell people, like, if I miss live, it's because I've been so many different places that sometimes it'll skip notifications for certain people. And I don't know why it does that. I'm like, I subscribe, I got all my bells on, and I got it on for a reason. I want all my notifications. Don't be doing that to me. Right. Don't unsubscribe me. Don't do these things. Like, I didn't ask you to do that. So why are you doing that? I didn't tell you to do that.
But I want to tell you this. Did you see how Tracy cussed out Jay Wilson?
Child, no, I got to go back and watch that. I've been missing a lot of the drama
it's over. It's over, but go back and look. Girl, I was cracking up. I said, okay, because Tracy been silent for real on Jay Wilson, right? A little bit. Oh, Tracy got to itch up her tail today. Baby, I was cracking. Tracy just say, you got to go see it. Y'all go over there and see that, please, because it's funny. And Tracy came out of Jay Wilson out. Well, she didn't come out. They met up years ago, whatever. And it's been back and forth. But now she like telling it all. I was like, oh, what? That's how I smell.
That's Lovely Love's channel again. And so if you see a lot of new people that you ain't never seen, Miss Lovely, they probably come from me. Just to let you know.
And I'm gonna try my best to go look at their channel so I can subscribe to them as well. So it is what it is. But you got to get me to February, girl, because I finally got my little kitchen. Yeah, I
Well,
finally got
they
it,
can
and I
still check out your shorts while we waiting on them lives, right?
exactly because I'm gonna put one up today, and it is shrimp today. So yeah,
So,
and
you know,
I need to eat everything because I need to gain weight. But I need to eat everything, and people be like, and I block them on my comments. I block you if you don't have nothing nice to say. Don't say nothing at all. So I block them because I'm on my journey. I'm doing my cooking videos and all that. And usually I cooked anyway for years on here. And then you got big fat ass Bree. She knocked it down before it even started. So anybody that follows her, it's like, oh my God, oh she cooked that. Oh, that's nasty. But how Bree get that damn big? Okay.
ooh,
She
shit. Lovely being messy today, child.
being messy on your channel. But I can do it on mine. But you know what? I like to hit links and talk my crap because I might disappear for a week or two or whatever.
And then
Uh,
it never happened in Lovely's mind, which that's the funniest shit to me. You'd be like, oh, I said what? When? Oh, my bad.
well, but
I'd be
actually,
laughing.
maybe the other day, was it yesterday or the day before yesterday? It was like, you got your teeth in? I said, hell no, bitch, no. But what it is, what I'm going through, you know what I'm going through. The screws in my mouth, no, I had a really big headache with it. So now I got dentures until I guess it heal or whatever. But if it don't heal in the next well, it heal, but in the next 6 months, they gonna have to take them screws out, and then I just have permanent dentures because I can't take it. I get headaches and all that stuff, and you know I'm a clean freak. I ain't gonna say no, I'm not. Um, I have to, you know, and when you got it screwed up in your mouth, because I did it, and I was like, oh, that's a beautiful smile. But then when I ate with it, it felt like something was still creeping up in there, and I was like, oh no, I ain't going to sleep with that, you know. So if y'all going through a problem with, ain't nothing wrong with dentures, y'all. You know what? Your teeth is your health. Because if your teeth is jacked up or you got mold in your mouth or whatever, it will mess with your heart and everything. I did it on a string. I was like, I'm tired of going, I don't like going to the dentist. Never did. My kid's mouth is perfect. Like, mama, how we go to the dentist and you don't go? Because I don't like them. But that was my job to do as a parent 2 times a year. That's why their mouth is perfect. Mine ain't. Because I be scared less than I got a toothache. And then they just snatch it out. I said, snatch all the motherfuckers out. But they
Well,
wouldn't do the
when you get a certain age, it is sometimes better to get them snatched out because, like you said, if you get an infection and whatnot, it's more dangerous the older you get. You know what I'm saying? And people need to realize that your teeth can affect your physical health.
Yes, ma'am. It would. And I said, you know what? It wasn't affecting my health with when I decided. Every time I go to the dentist, they like, oh, this, that, and the other. We could pull it out, or we could do a root canal. I said, pull the bitch out, you know.
That's what they
And
told me when I had that one tooth removed. They said, well, we could do a root canal or we could I said, just pull that motherfucker, get it out of there. I don't want it no more.
that's how I was. So I came to the point in my life at 55. I went there, and it was like, oh, we have to what they say, root canal, right? We could save your teeth. I said, save what? I'm already half of a goddamn on year. Take them all out. They took them all out at the front, right? At the top. And I said, take the bottoms out. They wouldn't take my bottoms out, girl. I got partial at the bottom. They wouldn't take my bottoms out. I don't know why, but no, they weren't doing it. But they sure took the front out. And then they screw 4 screws up in my brain, and I didn't know I was sick. I didn't know that, and they didn't know it either, evidently. And when they put it up in there, I couldn't take it. I did it for like 3 days. Girl, I had a headache, a migraine headache out the world. They took it out, and my headache just disappeared. I was like, well, what we gonna do about this? I'm still paying for my teeth. So I said, what we gonna do about this? He was like, well, this is what the dentist told me. We can get you the shit I got in my mouth now, the dentures.
Yeah.
Oh, I went through the dentures. I started talking, the motherfuckers started falling out. I said, what the fuck is this? So yeah, but I'm good now. I'm good, but it's a process you have to go
Yeah.
through. But at the end of the day, my breath smells so clean, so clean, so clean.
So fresh and so clean. Hey, I done told people if they walk around with that meth mouth, those tooth that are rotting in your shit, get that stuff pulled. I'd rather gum a bitch to death than have run around looking like my shit all like fucked up and blackened and like crusty. Just get that shit pulled. Ain't no shame in no game. I'd rather gum a bitch to death. I'm just saying.
I bet you my husband love it. Me being gummy.
Mm-hmm. You know he loved the gum and teeth ain't getting in the way no more.
Wait a minute, Charlie. Yeah.
And the church say,
But go check out Tracy. Tracy had me on the floor. I said, girl, I was waiting on you. But Tracy don't be out here like she used to be.
Oh no, she's actually more chill than she used to be way back in the day. But she is funny as shit. She knows it. But I be telling folks, leave Tracy where Tracy at. She's chilling. Just leave Tracy be. I'm just
I don't want Tracy back because when Tracy was, when Tracy was doing her thing, Tracy be at it. She be on point, boom, 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 cussing people out, dragging them, or whatever the case might be. So when Tracy got smoother, they thought they could take advantage of Tracy. And I was like, oh, don't let the old Tracy come back. Oh, the old Tracy came back today.
Oh, Lord, do Jesus. I'll be telling y'all.
You gotta go look. You gotta go look, Charlie. But I'm gonna get down here from here. And guess what? Let me tell y'all one thing. I laugh at myself. Whatever you say about me, I laugh at that too. Because you know what? I got so much confidence in myself and my life still moving on. You still stuck. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And Miss Lovely Love said that.
I'm going to drop down. Thank you.
Love you, Miss Lovely. Huggies. But yeah, so I want everybody to have a good day today. Brush your teeth, wash your ass, preferably as long as you wash your ass and wash your face. Don't do it with the same rag, motherfuckers. Don't be walking around here with some ass face. Brush your teeth, floss your teeth. Don't be walking around here with halitosis breath. If you a one-tooth wonder and your teeth look like they about rotting out of your fucking skull, go get that shit pulled and gum a hoe to death. We'd rather you be a gummy bitch than to look like that. Because I'm gonna tell you something. That shit look nasty as fuck. It looked like you got like made me want to throw up, dude. Just go ahead and get that shit pulled, motherfucker. Stop playing games, because teeth health is wealth, baby. You're going to get you a damn infection. It's going to fuck your world up. Keep playing around, fuck around and find out. See what happened to you. Please make sure that you use Deo for the BO, and don't be walking around this bitch, using some cologne and whatnot to cover up the deodorant. Use soap and water, motherfucker. Soap and water. A wash rag. You know what I'm saying? Clean. Don't be walking around here with duty stains and shit stains in your drawers. Okay? We don't need you walking around here with brownie stains. We don't need you walking around here with dingleberries in your drawers neither. All right? Wash your ass, please. Okay? Don't sit on this internet 24/7 without washing your ass, your balls, your cootie, and all that stuff. We don't need you smelling. We don't want to smell you. Thank God we ain't got smell-o-vision, because I know some of y'all bitches don't never get off the internet to wash your ass. And it's fucked up. Go take a shower, motherfucker. Don't be a stinking bitch. Okay? Well, Miss Catherine, I don't get into all that shit. I don't. I ain't a messy bitch. Sometimes I can be, but it's very rarely that I'm a messy bitch. But sometimes I be messy. But I love all y'all. I want y'all to have the best possible day that you can have today. Okay, all day, every day. I'm gonna go see right quick who is on live because I do not know who's on right now. And I'm gonna tell y'all who's on. You know, so I'm gonna go through my live list and tell y'all the names. I'm gonna call them out. Standing on Business with Eric Foss is live. Lord Duke Pharaoh is live. Home on the of the official YouTube Purge is live. Court TV, Arletta Amule is live. Most Hated Blogger, The Arena, Funny or Die, Bites and Beyond TV is live. Keen Mafia is live. Two Chicks with a Side Hustle. If y'all know about them, they pretty cool. They'll teach you about some shit. The AI Regina show is live. We Are the Receipts. Mahia is live. If I'm not mistaken, We Are the Receipts is from Mahia, right? I don't fucking know. It's We Are the Receipts, damn it. DJ Genesis Detroit is live. I Got to Drop TV is live. Jodo the Guap, Papa's Girl is live. Tea Time with Chrissy is live. That's the people it's showing me right now. If you're subscribed to any of those people who are live at this moment, you know what I'm saying? So just letting y'all know, calling out their names. You could go look on your live list. So if you decide that you want to go to anybody's channel or whatnot, and I love each and every one of y'all all day, every day. Thank you, my angels, for being such amazing people. I'm going to go make sure I wash my ass, take a nap, eat some food, and play some video games for a little while before I have to go over to Mr. Grumpy Italians tonight. Now, before we leave, I want to make sure that I drop Mr. Grumpy Italians link. So give me just a minute for those who are not subscribed to Mr. Grumpy Italian. He's a fucking amazing ass individual. Mr. Grumpy let me come up on his channel before. He's cool as shit. I love when him and DJ do they lives and whatnot. And oh shit, that's not the right. Why? I gotta make sure I copy. All right. And this right here is Mr. Grumpy Italian's channel, and he gonna be live tonight. So I'll make sure I don't drop the thing is channel. Make sure I subscribe to that. Make sure you subscribe to Grumpy Italian. Subscribe to everybody that you possibly can. If you want a live link for somebody and you know they awesome and you just want me to drop it, let me know. You know I love sharing is caring, motherfucker. But make sure you wash your ass, wash your face, motherfuckers. Don't be stanky, bitches. Okay, I love y'all.
I'm from the TUPELO. I'm reppin' my hood, so love I'm gon' show from the TUPELO. I'm reppin' my hood to the day that I go from the TUPELO. I'm reppin' my hood, so love I'm gon' show from the TUPELO. I'm ripping my hood to the day that I go.
I'm from the west side, we don't need no introduction. This was the best ride. We all big boy rolling and holding. Come take a test drive. Hilldale, Evergreen, Glenkirk, Outer Street, bending every corner on the west, and that's where I'll be. Sunroof back, Captain C banging down 1800, chunking up the deuce to my post slanging down on 1800. Show no love to the ladies that's training round on 1800, making time stand still. Crystalline swinging down on 1800, watching out for them rubberheads that be stanging round on 1800. Big rims and low pros be blanging round on 1800. Better completely change the way you're thinking about round 1800. Really hate to see you boys get left slanking around 1800. Out of street got some history, just let Captain C lay it out. If I don't finish it all on this one, let the second verse break it out. Remember the blue apartments when OG standing back there by 60 deep. Bull walking, car blue, a big Anthony using P.
I'm from the TUPELO. I'm reppin' my